be so nice. Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
Promo.
Promo?
Promo.
Oh yeah, if you want to sub, we got brand new sub badges. They're pretty pog champ, poggers. I love them. Do you want to type in chat so people can see what the month one looks like?
Well, I'm not in the stream yet.
Cool. Oh, okay. Whatever.
So I can't.
Whatever.
But I do appreciate it.
It was kind of cool seeing Rainn Wilson play chess.
All right, I'll put it in chat.
Cool. Well, I can just say anything. Pog. Apparently, he used to
Pog.
He used to play. What's it called?
That's what it looks like. That's what you look like.
Yeah. He used to play chess when he was in high school.
I did this and you're not.
And he was pretty good. Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate it. Look how good it is. It's the hat. I'm wearing the hat right now. Do you see the hat? That's the hat. It's insane.
It's nice.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So, what are we going to be doing today?
All right, everybody. How are the levels? They might actually be a little high. All right, so here it is. Here is what's happening, okay?
Okay.
We are streaming. We are streamers, okay? Top 3.28% of Twitch according to Twitch Tracker.
That's not saying much, though. We're pretty...
Well, you can't let them know that.
Okay, sorry.
We're affiliated. We got subs. We got sub badges. We're waiting on the emotes, okay? But here's where we pop off. We have a bunch of friends on Twitch currently. As of now, I'd say we have about this many friends on Twitch. You know, a scale of here to here. And all of them are about the same level.
What does that even mean?
But we're right here. As opposed to, like, compared to average viewership, followers,
What are you even trying to... What are you even talking about?
I don't know what I'm trying to say. Here. Let me start over. All right, everybody. So,
You just said, let me start over.
today, we're going to have to talk about how to get big on
You
Twitch.
need to move that microphone. It goes in the middle.
If it goes in the middle, do you not see this?
Isn't that where we normally put it, though?
Yeah, and then we changed our minds because we're like, hey,
No, you
this
changed
looks
your
freaking
mind.
stupid. Really? Do you want me to have the shade in front of my
it's
eyes
fine.
this whole
It's
time?
fine.
So we're moving it back to where it goes.
You ready?
No, not yet. I need to talk about this. All right, so today, we are the top 3.28% of Twitch. And that says almost nothing. We only have 100 followers, average like 3.84 average viewers per stream. You know, not too good, not amazing, but also not a zero viewer Andy that streams every day for the rest of their lives and gets no viewers, and that just sucks. But so today, we are going to react and watch Ludwig's 3 tips for streaming on Twitch. And now you may be thinking, hey, who's Ludwig? Yeah, exactly. Ludwig is a man. He's nothing special. He's kind of mean sometimes. Apparently, I'm not his friend. It's fine. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't hurt me.
Very mean.
But today, we're going to have to find out how to grow big on Twitch, because if we do 3 things, we can get bigger than all of our Twitch friends, and that's what matters, because they are here. They're good.
Now let's go.
And we're here. We're okay. We want to be bloop and get them out of here. No one's going to even remember them. So let's start it. Shuffle 30, how's it going? We're going to react to this video. It's 49 minutes long, so I hope it's fun. Hope you enjoy it.
Sky said, wait.
Sky, you are one of the competition right now. We have to try to beat you.
You put it backwards.
I did put it backwards. You are the competition, Sky. We only have 100 followers, and you have so many more. We have to figure out, like, what we're doing, not wrong necessarily, but what we're doing not as good as Steve and Lee.
Well, essentially, we're doing this, and...
Jeez, why are you pulling on this thing the whole time?
Like
I'm trying to listen. You can play with it when it's your own headphones. Okay, essentially, yeah.
I don't know what I was gonna say now.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Essentially, we thought... I don't know. We thought this video was, like, kind of funny. And I was like, we should react to this. So
yeah.
That's what we're doing today.
So hopefully it comes out good. If it's laggy or something, we need to know immediately.
I know, it might be laggy.
It took us like 3 hours to try to get this all set up.
You did it on Firefox?
Yeah, this is on Firefox right now.
Okay.
Like, let me check. Yeah, Firefox.
So let me check.
Just making sure. All right, Sky. You know, I thought to myself, oh, a notification saying Monica went live. I'm gonna leave a lurk while I do homework to help out. Then I come in here and honestly feel so attacked. Sorry. JK, you get way bigger than me. Hope you get way bigger than me. You guys got this. Thank you.
Well, should we find out?
Yeah, let's
How to
find
get
out
bigger?
how to get big on Twitch.
This guy's gonna be in lurk.
Cool. Have
Thank
fun. Good luck. I hope the homework is decent. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
I'm
let's
gonna have to pause several times.
Yeah, so here's
I have a lot
the
of
space
opinions
bar.
about this video.
Are you ready?
I mean, I have a lot
Practice.
of
Are you
opinions.
gonna practice your pausing?
No, I just want to make sure it works with the space bar.
Okay, let's do it.
First
Run it
off,
back, Maddie. Run it back.
this is literally at 0 seconds.
Yeah.
And
And he's gonna
did we
start off
talk
saying
about all the
boys.
chat already?
Yeah, exactly. That he's big on Twitch.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
As of right now, let's check. Okay, we look up Twitch tracker. Twitch tracker. Oh, this looked like Chrome for a second to me for some reason. If I pull up Ludwig, this man, he is, as of the video, he was ranked 42nd. Right now he's ranked
damn, he went
62nd.
down.
I know, cringe.
That's probably after that video.
He is, oh no, it doesn't give you a percentage when you're that high up. Obviously, partner, average viewers 18,000
See?
and 1.5 million followers. That is 500,000 more followers than he had in December. He just hit 1 million in December. So this is maybe what he does is helpful and good. Does something.
Alright, I'm ready.
Are you ready now?
Put the keyboard in the middle.
It's in the middle. I don't know what to tell you.
You keep moving it.
You're the one that moves it.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Cool.
Can we hear it? It did
So
not
I
work. You
tweeted
said the
out,
spacebar would
like-
work.
Like
It didn't
this.
work before.
Okay, start from the top.
So I tweeted out, like this tweet if you want to become a big streamer. And I tweeted this for 2 reasons.
I did not
One,
like it.
I wanted
didn't?
Twitter
No,
likes.
I'm
Good.
not a
Please
streamer.
follow me on Twitter, for the love of God. I don't have
Don't
enough
listen to this
followers,
part.
and
I need
more 'cause
followers.
Bigger number equal
Better
person.
person. That's
Wait.
me.
So, up there's a scam incoming.
I'm only okay person. I want to be great person. Great person, 1 million, 1 million, big person, better person. And also, I was genuinely curious how many people want the job of a streamer. I remember Mr. Beast tweeted something similar maybe a few months ago about being a YouTuber, and it had hundreds of thousands of likes.
Okay.
I think
okay.
people like the idea of
Listen, you gotta
being-
fix the spacebar. Okay?
a streamer.
Here, just press this button right here. The play
What?
pause. Play
Okay.
pause.
Okay, now pause. Okay.
It's paused.
Now, first off, do you think he's using Mr. Beast for a little bit of clout?
I don't know, but you might need to speak up for the mic.
That's because the mic's all the way over there.
Well, then invest in another mic. I don't know what to tell you. We're small streamers for a reason. We only have one mic. We can only afford one mic.
Anyway,
Anyway, yeah, continue. Yeah, he's using Mr. Beast for clout.
for clout.
Whack.
For clout.
So that's how we have to do it.
Okay.
We're learning so far.
Or YouTuber or content creator really in any fashion because, well, let's just be frank, it allows you to play video games for a living, make your own hours, and potentially make buku bucks. And so I thought it would be helpful if I imparted some of my knowledge to Twitch chat and to YouTube on how to make it as a streamer. At least as far as I know. I'm not the end-all authority on this. I really don't believe that I am. But I think that I've never really seen a big streamer talk about it. Either because they don't want.
What?
You made a face.
Oh, yeah. Tavia Memories. Thanks for being here. Audio quality is good. Probably throw that mic across the room and still be heard. Perfect.
See? Okay.
Unless you break it. Well, I mean, it'll be a
That's true.
little underhanded toss.
Did
you
you
know.
have something you'd like to say?
No, I haven't seen any big streamers do this. Every
We
single.
watched that video
Which video?
with that girl.
With that girl.
Pokimane.
Oh yes.
Pokimane.
I don't.
She did
I
that.
don't-
She
I
did
don't feel
a
like-
video like that.
I don't feel like Pokemon's top 5 things you need
Oh
to
my
do
goodness.
as a small streamer to get big were like the best. They weren't like the most in depth. I feel like some of them were a little like obvious.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I mean, yes, I guess Pokemon has done it, but I feel like Ludwig goes way more in depth, and I appreciate that more. Especially like the only people I've seen go in depth on it were when we first started out, and I watched like video after video after video on like, oh, what you should do for your Twitch channel to grow it and stuff. And they were all from like very, very small people. Like none of them were like, oh yes, I can verify that their tips are good because they are a big streamer themselves. Like if Moist Critical tells me like, hey man, you gotta do this, I'm dropping everything, I'm doing it. If Hassan Abi says something, everything and doing it. We already went through Pokimane, and I feel like her list was okay. It wasn't the best. If
Very mean.
I don't even know who else, but like stuff like that. Like I know for sure that they're big streamers. The videos we watched were like they weren't the biggest streamers, you know.
You ready?
So we can clarify on this one. Shadow Ninja, you are not just watching Ludwig. We are just watching Ludwig. Tavia Memories. I don't think big streamers get good advice. Problem is the large circuit and small circuit are entirely different games. Besides the game changes over time. What worked when they were small is probably not the same that as works with now. Jeez, I cannot speak whatsoever.
It's fine.
But yeah, I feel like and Ludwig I think talks about this too. Unless you want to talk about something.
No, you.
Okay, is that games don't really grow. They don't help you grow the same way that they did on YouTube or Twitch, like I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. Now like anyone can play a game, anyone can watch somebody else play a game because there's so many people playing that game. You need to have like something different with it, and like Ludwig's gonna talk about like different segments that he does and whatever.
Right.
And you said a few words, and we're proud of at least accomplishing that. Thank you. Okay.
Or most likely because they're just lazy and can play video games and get more viewers anyway than making a 20-slide PowerPoint presentation that probably took them a few hours, and they misspelled a lot, and don't make fun of them for doing that. So that's what I did, and we're going to take a look at it here
English major, by the
today.
way.
All the knowledge I have
Wish.
rolled up into one PowerPoint
I
presentation.
wish I wasn't a STEM major.
And the PowerPoint presentation
I
is
wasn't.
called How to Make It Big as a Streamer.
That's us.
That is
We
the
want that.
entire goal of all this, is making it big as a
Big.
streamer.
I don't know why you
know,
underlined
'cause
make
not
it.
that fun.
Like,
No,
make
it's not
stream
even
and
make it.
not
it's
have
just
viewers.
Make.
Yeah,
or
how to
not
make
money from
it big as a
So
streamer.
I
You
get
should
it.
have
I get
underlined
it. A lot of
big.
people want this job, and this is the start. Why listen to me? That's a fair question. Well, I'll tell you why. Growth. I'm now the 42nd biggest streamer on Twitch.tv. It's not
60
flexing.
seconds, right?
Just hitting fast.
Verify.
Yeah, all right, we're checking this. If I were to pull up his stream right now, bloop, Twitch tracker, 60 second. That's not an inspect element, everybody. This is just,
I'm just saying.
he's reached his peak already. I don't know what to tell you. Things have changed for Ludwig. He's not the streaming giant he used to be like 2 weeks ago when he streamed this. Tavia Memories. You said it. Oh, they said something else. The common streaming adage is come for the game, stay for the personality. Yeah, we don't really have the personality for people to stay, so we kind of need to like.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you have a
Why
great
are-
personality. Yeah, I'm being
Yeah,
honest here.
I
You
do
have
have
a
a
great
great
personality. Yeah.
People come into our stream for my personality.
You have a great personality.
I do.
Yeah.
Why are people watching right now when we're reacting if we're not playing a game?
Yeah,
'Cause of
exactly.
Personality.
Yeah, and we're not
They're
that good
here
at
for
games.
The jokes.
We're not that good at games, so we kind of
Also,
we gotta take
we
whatever
might
we
play
can
something
get.
after.
Yeah, maybe some
But
something.
We gotta actually watch this.
Yeah, we do need
need
to actually watch this. But I'm just trying to give us some extra stuff so that we can edit it into the video.
Okay.
Instead of like, oh wow, we really just watched like 49 minutes of a video and we can't put anything into a YouTube video for it. End stream Shadow Ninja. Look at that sub badge you have, Shadow Ninja. It's so cool. Look, it's the hat. It's the hat. Not even first cringe. Exactly. No, I think Tommy Innit's first right now. That's what he gets for naming himself after a Mario boss. Wow. Ludwig von Koopa. Cringe.
This is my
Oh, you ready?
I was gonna say, when you told me about Ludwig, I did not believe that was his actual name.
Yeah, you were like,
You were like,
no,
"That's
what's
his
his
name."
real
I was
name?
like, no, seriously, like, what's his
Yeah,
name?
what's his name?
You're like, no, that's his name, and I was like, oh.
And then you
I
started
didn't
like,
Nico
really?
lies
His
about
parents
stuff.
would name him Ludwig? Ludwig?
That's not what I
What kind of a
said.
name
It
is
wasn't
this?
a mean way. I just have
The last
never,
time they
I've
had a
never heard
Ludwig.
of anyone actually named that.
The last time they had a Ludwig, was when guys were wearing powdered wigs
I'm
and
just saying.
coming out with the latest of the 17th century.
It's okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Not even Fall Guys buy. Why do you have an? What do you mean? Why do you even have a sub emote? You're the one with a sub emote. Can't you just be happy for that? It's so cool. I freaking love the sub emotes, by the way. All right, you ready now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool.
chart line from Q1 of 2019 up until December of last year.
That's a big
And
graph.
let me tell you, January, even better.
It is. Look,
Now,
that's
hey,
huge.
I'm
Big
not
numbers.
the biggest. I'm not the brightest. I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. But I'm just a guy telling you what I've learned in my 2.5 years, almost 3, of being a streamer. So stick around. You might learn something. And while you're here,
Impeccable.
subscribe. Hey, it only takes a few
Why are you
seconds.
making fun of the
You know,
editors?
sometimes the
They're awesome.
YouTube algorithm
No,
will
I think
unsubscribe
they're
you.
good.
No.
Maybe double check. Turn it from red to gray.
All right, we're gonna have to
I'd
ignore this
appreciate
part.
it. And let's get on with the show. With the first,
So, I remember, right here. Let me move this out of the way so you can see it better.
That he's going to switch where his thing is, his camera is.
No, I just mean like. I started watching Ludwig he would count it as Q1 of 2020. I think maybe February of last year is when I found him, just
so a
just
year
before
ago.
quarantine. And yeah, almost exactly a year ago. And I thought he was a really big streamer when he had, like right here, just, I don't even know what this is, like about 5,000 average viewers. I thought he was a pretty big streamer then. I found him from a few YouTube videos that he had like 1 million viewers on. And I thought that was crazy. And then I didn't realize that he got so much bigger now. And so, I mean, this is
It's
all an
pretty-
exponential
it's pretty
curve.
Cool.
Yes.
I mean, he's
so, like,
right. You know,
if this works
why
for
listen
him.
to me? Like, yeah, that doesn't totally make sense.
Mm-hmm. So like, I mean, because right now we've grown, but not to the level that we can say confidently that like, oh yeah, it was exponential growth. We can say maybe like it went up and up, went up, and then maybe went a little lower, then up a little bit, then a little lower. I mean, we've only been streaming for like 3 months now, but we can't confidently say it's definitely like an exponential curve. So if we can get there though, that would be pretty awesome.
Oh, you're just moving it back and forth.
Yeah, I'm just moving it back and forth just so it's
Now everyone watching is going.
What do you mean? It's just gonna flip back and forth. It'll be fine. Why don't you even have a sub emote? We're working on the sub emotes. The badge just came first. Like PogChamp. Well, yeah, we're trying to get that. Johnson, how's it going? Tavia, I mean, if you have 30 viewers, you're a big streamer to me. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but he's gonna say something about the Twitch partnership, like to be able to get a Twitch partner later on, and it'll be entertaining. All right, let's get back to it. You ready? Want to say anything else? Cool.
and most important part, do you want to be a streamer?
Yes.
That's it. That's how it starts.
Okay,
This is it.
cool.
Now, maybe on
Thank
the
you.
surface level, you'll be thinking, well, yeah, I want to be a streamer.
course.
Are you kidding me?
Uh-huh.
I play
Obviously.
video
Yeah.
game,
Obviously.
make millions of dollars,
Buku
work
bucks.
on own hours?
Yeah.
What?
Pog.
Yes, I want to be streamer. Well, think about it a little bit deeper.
Don't need to.
Don't just think, do you want?
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Why do you want?
Exactly.
What
Why?
do you want out of it?
Money.
Let's just do a quick
Fame.
poll in
Money.
chat. How
Friendship.
many people want to be streamers? So it's like most people in this chat like the idea of being a streamer. All right. Every single person who said yes, whether you said it to yourself or you voted, whatever it is, you need to do this right now. Write this down. This is not a joke. I'm being very serious. I want you to write this down.
I thought
I
he
know
was-
it's a bit corny.
Thought he was just
All
kidding.
right, try to do it on pen and paper. If you don't have it, you
Pen
can
and
do it
paper.
on your phone notes and take a screenshot.
Toilet
But
paper.
really, actually
pencil.
do this. Write this down.
Good pen.
3 things.
I don't know what to tell him.
First of
Good
all,
pen.
He's not even
if you
here.
want to be a streamer, when are you going to start? Set a hard start date when you're actually going to start. If you've already started, maybe this is the date that you're going to start your YouTube.
Okay, we've already started. So we already wrote down all of these things, and we're putting down our start date as the day we actually started. That's 12/2/2020. So far we're like 3 months in. We only have 3/4 of the year to get the rest of these goals. What?
What do you mean 3 months?
We're 3 months in. All of December,
Janu-
all of January, and okay, maybe it's 2 months.
It's like 2.5.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know. Dates are kind of weird.
January.
Well, but you're forgetting all of
December
December.
to January.
All
is
of
1 month.
December is 1 month. Here's the month.
Seriously.
No, here's the month. No,
Wait,
I'm
do you want
saying
me to
the
get
month.
you a calendar?
All right, let's hit it.
No.
Run it back.
Listen,
We need that calendar. Where
December
is
to
it?
January is a month.
A month.
January to February 2nd, 2 months. It is now the 15th, which is 2.5 months. So you could,
Okay, 2.5
you
months.
can round up and say 3.
So yeah,
but
we
that
have
would be wrong. It would be inaccurate. But you
we
could.
have
If you wanted to, I depends on what you're trying to do.
You're gonna make me lose my mind.
Is that what this video is gonna
we
become?
have 3/4
We're
of a
planning to
year
upload
to go
this.
for the rest
We're
of our
planning to upload this to YouTube. I think.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you
Okay.
lose your mind, that will get so many views.
Okay. Yeah.
So many
That's
views.
great. Okay, I'm gonna go through the chat real quick because I saw Slickstro popped in. Hey, broski and broskiet. How's it going, Slickstro? I hope you're doing good. Johnson, it's going. It's a Monday, so I'm checking in a few minutes before I leave for work. Well, good luck at work. I hope that's fun.
Before I leave work.
Awesome. Getting paid to do this. Perfect.
Yeah, we
Love to
actually
see
had
it.
today off.
Yeah, it was nice.
For President's Day, which was nice.
School.
I mean.
Johnson, Slickstro just buddying up, talking to each other. Nice. And yeah, cool.
Okay.
Awesome. So we're back into it. Let's hear what number 2 is.
Or start a new series or whatever it is. Just write some date where you're going to start achieving something you've been saying you're going to do. Number 2, write your goals for 1 year out. This can be for the start of 2022, maybe one exact year, maybe a few months. It doesn't really matter. All you need to do is have a set period of time and goals you would like to achieve by the end of that set period of time. Now, look, this is...
You ready?
So, you can say.
No, go for it.
Okay, so we wrote down our goals for the first year. We want to reach 500 followers. Okay, so we're setting ours low. I don't want to be like, I want to reach 1 million followers in the first year because that seems... I would rather set my goals low and get above that and feel really good about myself than set my goals really too high and feel like I failed for a year. You know? It's an issue I have.
Yeah. Especially because, like, we're doing this as part-time streamers. We can't afford to make it to try this as a full-time streaming thing. And I feel like our goals are realistic for a part-time streamer. For full-time streaming for an entire year, it might be a bit low. But this is what we're trying to do. Reasonable goals are tough. You want to go for number 2? Or actually, so...
I didn't even read number 1.
You did read number 1, did you not?
Did I?
Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, start off with number 1.
Okay, so we want to reach 500 followers. I think I did say that.
I feel like you did.
I think I cut myself off in the middle, though.
Yeah, I think you did.
We want to reach 10 average viewers, which we're at like 3 something now.
I think technically we're at like 4.1, but we're floating between 3.6,
yeah.
4.3.
And then we want to receive 3 payments. So
from Twitch.
Right. They
Yeah.
give them out in $100 increments, so it'd be at 300.
By the end of the year, making a total of $300 from Twitch.
Which I don't think those are. And then if we reach those, then we'll do like bigger goals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But those bigger goals would be more temporary. Let's we've just raised all the money we need on Kickstarter. These are our stretch goals. Trying to make it before the end of the year. And then once we see what's feasible, based on our time, we can try to make bigger and other more reasonable goals for the next year. And so to recap, you can check the list. It's on a B piece of paper. We have reached 500 followers, reached 10 average viewers, received 3 payments.
Right.
So far, we have 100 out of 500 followers, 4 out of 10 average viewers, and about, I don't know, half a payment.
Yeah,
in.
we're at about half.
Yeah, so that's pretty close. Set a bunch of smaller goals that build to an overall larger goal.
Right.
Yeah, at least so that we don't have to be like, oh yes, we wanted 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and then like, oh wow, we really have like 4,
wow,
and then
we have
that's
3.
awesome. That's so cool. Yeah. Tavia.
It's almost realistic. 103 months. If that was consistent, then we can assume 400 in a year.
Yeah.
Right. So hopefully.
Which I mean, the 103 months was a lot of like trying to meet new people on Twitch. A lot of like, hey, let's collaborate. It's not very sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
Like the methods that we're doing are very sustainable to grow. So hopefully with what we learned from this video, that we can try to apply those and then make it more sustainable so that we can just rely on ourselves for the most part.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
not your end goals. If you want to be the biggest streamer in the world, you don't have to
Biggest
write, I want
streamer
to be the biggest streamer in the world by
It's like
2022.
My
It's
Hero
not really
Academia. I'm going to be
realistic,
number one
but
hero in the world.
You can write goals on the way to your final goal. And it's okay if you don't have everything figured out. At least write something down that you would like to do. And hey, this doesn't have to be numbers. Like, streaming doesn't necessarily imply you need to be a big streamer. Maybe your goal is just to make a community that you really like being a part of.
No, not us.
Maybe
I
it's
know,
just to
all my
record all of
numbers,
your
I was
Rocket
gonna
League
say that.
gameplay.
I love the
In
numbers.
which case, it's very easy to achieve your goals. Success isn't based on how big of a streamer you are. It's based off the goals you set and your ability to achieve them in a certain time frame. All right? That's what I think, at least. That's how I've done things, and that's what I'm telling you to do. It's my advice to you. And then the final thing to write down, 3 to 5 creators you want to emulate. Not necessarily that you like, because maybe you like Shroud, but you don't frag like Shroud frags. So write someone that you like that you think you could emulate.
So, okay, can I
Yeah.
say something first?
Sure.
I have a problem concentrating on this video because all I want to do is look at the chat.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you can see me. I'm watching the chat the whole time. Like, I'm not looking at the video. Like, I feel like people can tell from my eyes. Like, I'm just looking. I don't know.
Well-
I have a problem listening
Yeah.
because I'm trying to read. Like, I'm trying to read the little bits of chat that I can read,
Mhm.
and it's kind of distracting for me. I feel like I have a problem.
Well, for the most part, I'm just looking at him. I'm looking at him speak, and not just like the presentation itself.
I have a problem doing both. Okay, creators. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this entire list, we did this in like a whole morning. Like we woke up in the morning. Hey, let's grab a piece of paper. Let's write these
Yeah.
down.
We should say we've watched this before, but we thought we'd watch it again.
Yeah.
And talk about it more.
Like not only for us,
We thought
but
we'd
all
talk about
like
it.
so that we could get it again, but also so that we'd have something on stream
Right.
to talk about. But we had this list and we watched this video in the morning. So like from starting to make breakfast, we were like thinking of like, hey, what do we want to do? All the way to finishing eating breakfast. We're like, okay, we're pretty confident about this list, but it took
And
a
I'm slow
long
eater,
time.
So that's saying a lot.
Yeah. It took a long time to figure out exactly what we want. But for creators to emulate, he has 3 to 5. It was a struggle just to come up with 3. Number 1, of course, Ludwig. I mean, if you look at our freaking little like panel person thing, it's literally
It
the
literally
exact
looks the
same
same,
thing.
yeah.
It's just us in a box with chat underneath it. Like, do you not see any similarities here? It looks very, very similar. That's who we want to emulate because that's the biggest streamer that we know and the one that we like the best. And number 2, Small Ant. He does I don't even know what the heck does he do. He plays a lot of Super Mario Odyssey. He does speed runs of just Nintendo games and does a bunch of different cool stuff. Like the floor is lava in Super Mario Odyssey. Now he has to beat the whole game. And like his YouTube videos are really freaking entertaining, but his actual stream will go on for like hours and hours and days just to get that one YouTube video done. And then last one is Mr. Beast. And not for the same reason of like, oh yes, we want to give away like $1 million
Right, we're not
every
gonna give
single
away
second. We're just like the same way that he can get people attracted to YouTube videos, the same way he can get people
He can come
really
up with
excited about
ideas.
videos, really good at coming up with ideas and stuff like that. That's what we want to do. And PP
Personality.
Master. Yeah, personality. Like I feel like a mix in personality between Ludwig, Small Ant, and Mr. Beast would be a really like entertaining and very like familiar, friendshipy type of stream. And that's kind of what I want. Like Ludwig's whole thing is like, I'm not your friend. I don't know what to tell you. I can't be friends with all of you. Mine is like, even if we're not
I'm
actually
your
friends,
friend.
I still want to be nice. Just not like Ludwig, you know?
Okay.
And PP Master, how's it going?
You ready?
Yeah.
Here's an example of mine. I've done this. I know I'm being a bit corny, but this really happened. I did this in 2018. I wrote down all my goals. I didn't actually just do it for stream. I did it at New Year's. I did it for many different things in life, but these are my stream ones. I wanted to hit 2,000 subs, 100,000 followers, 1 million unique viewers. I wanted to be punctual, and I wanted to go full time. And I went 4 for 5. 4 for 5 is pretty good. That is pretty good.
Okay, I'm calling it now. Punctual. That is the one that he just did not get.
Now those are really high. He set his goals really high, which worked
Yeah, those
for
are
him.
really
That
high.
does not work for me. I don't think.
I mean,
don't think we can
he
set
went
ours
full
that
time
high.
in that time.
Well, yeah, he did.
So I think that he could have gotten the 2K subs, maybe. 100K follows is really freaking hard. 1 mil uniques
He just went. He
might
went
not
really
be super
high.
hard.
Like he was very optimistic.
Yeah, very optimistic. And going 4
Which
for
is
5
great.
on that.
If you can do that, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I my personality, I'm going to be upset if I don't reach my goal.
Yeah.
So I'd rather set it low and then just go from there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't go that high. But he also wanted to do it for like a full-time job,
Mm-hmm.
whereas we are students, so we can't really do it full-time like that.
I'm surprised he was able to hit all those though.
I don't know how
That's
he did.
like 2K subs.
Like, what was his... I don't know what his time frame was. Maybe this was his, like, what he just wanted to do. I don't know
I
if he had
think
a time
I
frame
think
for
it was
this.
the whole year
Was
is
it
what
for
he
the
was
year?
saying. But
But he didn't reach that in a year.
like 2,000
Right?
2,000 people
Oh, I guess he did.
is probably thinking the average high school in the US. 2,000 people in the whole entire school.
Right, if you're in a decently sized city.
And that's crazy to think that all 2,000 of those people gave
Whole
up
high school worth.
gave up $5 almost every month just to support him.
Yeah. That's always really...
Not necessarily
cool.
get something back from it, but like that's really difficult to get like money from that for people giving it to them for that stuff.
Yeah,
Same with
$5 or more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same with 100,000 followers. Like you need to have 100,000 people, different individual people find you and decide to follow.
Right, because people can watch you. That doesn't mean they're going to follow you necessarily. At least I would say followers is a little... It's more low stakes than subs in the sense that they are not paying for this, so it's not a monetary thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll follow you. Like
Mhm,
people
just to
feel
be
like,
nice, or they
right,
could
follow
unfollow
me
whenever they
follow
want
you
to.
back, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
There's not a cost to it. The cost is just pressing the little button, and it gives you a little go live notification if you have notifications on.
all right.
All right, yeah, got it.
4 for 5, we'll take 80%. That's a B minus. That's a 3.0. Almost 2.667. Still pretty close. Still pretty close. At the end of the day, I was able
See,
to
he's
set
pretty funny.
goals
He is.
and then hit them. I hit these goals by the end of 2018. And then I was able to keep going. Part of the reason you do this is because, hey, it's very obvious that streaming's not for everyone. It's also obvious that it's better to take a shot on something
Mm-hmm.
than to never try it and regret that. But how do you know how long to do it or
Everyone's
what to do?
punctual.
Well,
Exactly,
this
the
does
punctual.
that all for you. If you write down your goals and you set a time frame to hit the goals in, then at the end of the period, right, at the end of next year, 2022, you can reflect. You can be like, hey, I went 0 for 5. My goal was to hit 100 average viewers, and I'm at 15. Maybe I am not cut out for...
I didn't realize that he doesn't have average viewership on his goals.
Mm-mm.
That's weird because I feel like that's the one that really matters.
That's one that does matter,
that's
I would say.
well, the only thing I can think of is if he was already partnered by this time,
Mm-hmm.
then it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because when you're a 0 viewer streamer, you want to hit 3 average to get affiliate.
Mhm.
If you're 10 average
That'd be crazy
affiliate,
if we could reach partner by the end of the year.
that would be
nuts.
insane. If you're a 10 average
nuts.
affiliate, you want to be a 75 average partner.
Mhm.
But if you're already a partner, it doesn't really matter
Doesn't
what,
matter what
your numbers don't
average
really
viewers
matter at
are,
that
does
point.
it?
Your numbers matter from subs, from follows, maybe views. I wouldn't. Oh no, that's 100 million uniques. So just 100 million, or I mean, a million people that just popped into the video. And then full time is really just anyone can go full time. It just depends on your situation. Turk dude, average viewers is positive correlated with subs and followers. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I can see not really valuing the viewers right now. Yeah,
Right.
because we really value the average because we want to get to partner. That's like the next step in the
I
line.
love that. Oh my goodness, it says we're at 9 people right now.
Oh hey, thanks
and
for
you were like,
watching, people.
he said, people don't come for our personality. If they're coming for the gameplay, I don't think they're coming for my gameplay. I'm gonna say that right now, because my gameplay is not superior.
We do high key suck at video games. I feel like I used to be pretty
it's the
good.
personality. That's why everyone's here right now. They want to see us react.
I know. I feel like I used to be pretty good, and then now when I play on stream, I'm like, dang, I really suck. Like,
That's when
wow.
you watch other people.
Oh my
They're so
God.
much better.
I know.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
for being a big streamer. And that's an honest conversation you can have with yourself, but only if you do the work now to set goals, to set a time frame, to understand it, rather than just kind of
The chat
9 to 5 grind. I just go live. I'm just doing my thing. I've been doing this since
That is
2018.
being
That's all shit.
inappropriate.
we need to
All right?
watch. We need to
At
watch.
least set yourself some sort of time frame so you have some sort of growth and progression that you can accurately and objectively look back on. I've also put the 5 streamers that I liked and thought I could emulate. Seeded in the third, I think he was one of the best streamers. Still
I've
is
never even heard of
in
City
terms
and
of
the Third.
integrating
I
music.
don't know.
If you've ever thought like, damn, Ludwig uses music well on stream, that's because CD and the Third.
That's
Nick
what I want
Merckx.
to work on
Nick
too.
Merckx.
Yeah, we should.
Doing
He's great with
music
his
like that.
community, and he added stakes to every single Fortnite game. He taught me a bit about stakes. He taught me a lot about community. Soda, I've always thought was like the GOAT streamer. I thought he was like the best streamer.
And I've never.
I know
even heard of
nowadays he
Soda
just does
Pop
whatever the fuck he
before
wants,
Ludwig
but I
even talked
thought
about
through
him.
and through, in terms of like, if you were to look at any streamer, I still think Soda Poppin' probably the GOAT. Clint, I thought his YouTube was some of the best shit. He was able to turn just random streams into really good YouTube videos, and he was very personable. But you know, obviously I
Don't
can't
look at the
relate Clint to a
chat.
T. He has this ability that every single fucking human on earth just loves Clint Stevens no matter what. I don't have that.
See, that's
You can
what
think I
want.
have that. I
No.
promise you I
I
don't
want
have
everyone
that.
to love
And then
me.
finally,
Yeah,
Mango,
I want people to
a
like
man
me.
who has maybe 1,000 viewers, 2,000 viewers, but 10,000 subs. If you sub to him, unsub, and then resub 3 months later, this is true, Mango will remember, and he'll call it out. He'll be like, oh, Pirate Oliver, hey, you're a resub, aren't you? You used to sub like 3 months ago. And so his ability to remember
That must be
made
crazy
people,
if
and
you're,
he
like,
has this
in his
superpower,
stream and
I
is doing
truly
that.
believe, to make people
You're the one
feel
being called
so
out
included.
like that.
Which sometimes involves making people feel very excluded so that everyone
I
else
can't
feels
do that.
included.
I
But
don't
that's
remember
besides the
anything.
point.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
my
like, have we
5.
seen them before? And you're like, they come in every stream.
Quick break to write things down. We already
We already
wrote
did.
this stuff down.
Get through it. Come on. Oh.
What?
What are you doing?
What?
Why'd you pause it?
Well, I was just gonna skip through it like this.
Oh.
The creators I wrote down are Germa Cricket. Isn't Germa the Fortnite?
I like the Wii music. Can I say that?
Yeah.
If
I
you didn't
love
write
Wii
anything
music.
down, but you want to be a streamer, this is the number one
Alright, here it is.
best
Here it
thing
is.
you can do.
If you didn't write
The
anything down,
absolute
right here. I wanna
only
know.
lesson to take away from today if you want to make it big on Twitch. Quit.
I'm done.
Yeah, that's it.
We're
Okay,
gone.
we're calling the stream here. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. We'll see you
This
tomorrow.
man really just said quit. Quit. Are you kidding? This is not inspirational.
See-
Okay, I'm here for a TED Talk inspirational message, and this man just told me to quit.
I know. That's
He's like, not everyone's cut out to be a streamer. Well, you know what?
if we ever made like a presentation like this, it would never be like we would never have like a quit thing in the middle.
I'd be like,
That's
just
just not
keep
our personality.
trying.
Yeah, it would be like, hey, everyone's
I
good
need
at something. You can
encouragement.
always find it.
I need encouragement, and I know that about myself. Not everyone does.
Yeah.
Some people take very well to this. This made me mad
No.
when I watched this the first time. I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me? Did this guy really just say quit? I was furious.
For like the next 3 days, she just kept mentioning that.
Yeah.
It's like any random small thing would pop up, and she'd be like, "Yeah, quit, just quit,
Just quit.
just quit."
Just quit.
And the whole time,
Can we
I'm
watch
like,
the edit
dude.
where it's just him saying just quit?
yeah, there's a remix that we need to watch too of him like it's like a remixed music thing of him talking about this. It's funny, but yeah, that's definitely not our style.
Made me so mad. So mad. I'm still mad. It's gonna come right back up the next couple days. I'm telling
Yeah.
you right now.
Fucking quit right now. That is my advice to you. Yeah. If you didn't even take the 1 to 2 minutes to write something down from
Which
a man
does make sense.
who is a
It
top
does.
100 streamer who knows a thing or two,
Look at him.
then I promise you,
Self promo.
Yeah.
you will not make it through 0 1-viewer streams for 5-6 hours at a time.
It's like when you get that one male history teacher, math teacher, something of the sort that is just like very very gruff. You know, all their stuff is like
Rough.
like hey, what are you doing? Like kind of like picking on the kids, but like not really. You know, and everyone likes them because they're funny for picking on other people.
Uh-huh.
You know, this is kind of what Ludwig reminds me of. It's kind of that like history teacher back in high school. And it's like, hey, what's up, guys? Ha 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 ha.
And then
Oh
you
man,
failed all the tests.
I see you got that 21 Pilots shirt on. Oh man, what's up with 21 Pilots? Am I right? What, like catnip for teenagers, huh? All right, that's hilarious. Yeah, and then like keeps going. You know what I'm talking about?
Sometimes you have to wear certain stuff in school because you know someone's gonna say something about it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
gonna be miserable. You're gonna hate it. It's not gonna be fun, and you're not gonna achieve your goals.
Fun.
if you
It's not
didn't
gonna
even
be
write
fun.
them down
Be
in
fun.
the first place. And this is not trying
so
to be
funny.
mean, but let's just take a guess. Chat, I want you to guess right now. Tell me the number of people who streamed last month. 50,000. Sure. 650,000. Wow. 5.
If you didn't actually know the number, which I know you do, how many would you have said?
I don't know what the number
You don't
is.
remember the number now?
No.
Okay, so then how many do you think?
I don't know.
Guess. Take a guess. He's literally just telling you to take a guess.
I mean, I don't know.
It's a big number. What do you think?
It was something million.
Okay, just make a guess. I just need a number. Any number.
Make it what would you have thought?
I thought like 3 million.
Yeah.
Around there?
Yeah.
Took my answer. Wow, fake.
5 million. Okay. Sure. Big range. It is 6.9 million.
Look at the chat.
6.9 million unique streamers every
Nice.
month. Streaming
Nice.
is not
Nice.
as it was in 2013. It is very well known. It is very mainstream, and it is very competitive.
Mainstream.
if you wanted to
It is pretty
become
mainstream
It
now.
best employee at Walmart,
Like
the
AOC is a
largest
streamer.
company in the world in terms of
I don't
numbers
think my
of
dad would
employees,
have known anything
you'd
about
have to
Twitch
beat out
if she didn't
2.2
stream.
million people. That's just the numbers. That's just the facts. You'd have to be better bagger. You'd have to be a better stalker.
He
You'd have to be
seriously
better
laughs talking
at
about Walmart.
accounting.
There's some good
Than
people that work at
2.2
Walmart.
million Walmart
Wait,
employees.
you'd
Then
be
you'd be the best in the world.
bagger.
It is 3 times harder to do that on Twitch. And look, I know that some of these streams might only do it once and whatever, but
Exactly.
at least you can try to gauge the numbers. Just for even more reference, there are 45,400 partners. Those are people who I would say have made it. And made it is loose because to be a partner, to apply, you only need 75 average viewers.
Only.
Which
Only.
you know,
We're
is a good
struggling for
amount.
4.
And there's weird.
We're crawling
things that
out
we
of the
do that
grave just to
accept
get
and don't
4
accept,
people to
but
watch our
at
stream
the end
at
of
a
the day,
time.
Only.
0.66% of people make it
My eyes.
here on Twitch.
Roll.
And so I had 20,000 people like my tweet on Twitter. And so mathematically, about 120, 150 people will make it. The other
You didn't like it?
21,000 XXX.
No, I saw it. He
peace.
was like,
GG. It's just
well, his tweet was like, hey, like if you want to be a streamer.
Oh.
He doesn't actually say if you want to be a big streamer. So I was like, hey, I'm already a streamer. Why would I like it?
just a fact. It is just a numbers game. And look, don't let that be too daunting to you because there are some pros. First of all, you make your own hours when you stream, and that's a good thing. That's really hype. You're your own boss. This, just for some reference, is how many hours I work.
It's all hype until you have to tell somebody that you're self-employed.
Yeah. Until you have to-
That's really hype.
until you have to, yeah.
Like, wow, yeah. No, I work my own hours. I don't know.
Or if you ask.
that good?
Yeah. But then they're going to say, what are you doing? You're going to say, I'm a Twitch streamer. And they're going to say,
Like, oh wow, that's
Is that, do you actually make money from that?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
yeah.
Then you get all defensive.
So you play video games?
You play,
Like,
you seriously?
it's kinda
I'd
weird.
love to do that, but I just don't.
yeah, I also
It's
like
always
making
the
money.
judgment.
You know? Yeah.
It's not insane. It's not as many as someone who's like
So I gotta tell everyone in my
doctor or
college
whatever,
class,
but
like, hey, I'm a Twitch
I
streamer.
streamed this many hours,
Like, oh,
November,
yeah,
December,
I'm cool.
January,
Yeah,
past
like
3
Tommy in
months.
it.
And I spend about 25 hours a month on YouTube. That's one, making thumbnails and titles, but mostly actually just looking at what works and trying to re-emulate that success. And then like 20 hours on business, whether
Yeah.
it's like calls for sponsors or like when I do a stream on chess.com or whatever it is. I spend, I would say, roughly 200 plus hours a month.
I'd love to.
And
use
then there's
sponsor.
also the aspect that I'm
I would go
always
insane.
on. You know what I mean?
I'm so absolutely
Like,
crazy
I
if
have
we got
to
like
have my
free money
phone
just to be
and my
just
Twitter
to endorse
notifications
somebody.
ready in case something big happens. Whether Corpse tweeted at me or they need an Among Us player. You know what I mean? Like, I just have to be available. I can never necessarily.
You got like 4 average viewers, and we're just like calling up, like, hey, what's up, Nike? You want to just send some shoes our way? Come on,
I know.
come on. We got 4 people
I
here.
wanna get
I'm
one
positive.
Of those meal, one of those
All
meal,
4 of these people
like
have never heard
the,
of Nike.
I want to get one of those meal things like
The
Blue
meal
Apron.
prepper things that they send you a box of food
Yes,
every month.
HelloFresh. I would totally make
Those-
a cooking
those
stream.
are
I would
so expensive.
totally, yeah, that's why I want to. That's why I'm not gonna pay for it myself. This is
Like-
why I need the sponsor.
Like we saw
We're talking about this.
we saw an ad where they like somebody's just opening up the box and it's it's a commercial. And when they open the box, the first thing you can see is like how much freaking plastic they use.
They do use a lot of plastic.
It was a single slice of bread, like single slice
They
of
do.
like a loaf of bread, just in like its own plastic packaging.
But if they're gonna sponsor me, what are you gonna say no? Because they're plastic? Are you seriously?
I mean, if somebody like, oh
You're
yes,
gonna
I would want to
say
sponsor you, but it's like, oh snap, our packaging is biodegradable, I'd lose my mind. I'd be like, yeah, heck yeah, that's way better. That's
I know.
you want to talk
tweet all
about
your friends
poggers?
about us.
That's poggers.
Oh, I was
Be-
gonna say, I saw someone in the chat say, "Now, how do I do all this in college?"
Did they
That's-
actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you had responded to that.
And I was like, I was thinking to myself, that's the question I have too.
Yeah, it's tough.
But
Off. But I'm about 200 plus
Maybe we
hours
can
a
make
month.
our own.
You don't have to be available. Sure, I
PowerPoint
don't
on that.
necessarily have to, but
We get
I
paid.
would lose out on growth
exactly.
if I'm not. And I think that part of the reason that I'm successful is because I am available.
You can.
And you'll see people like Carl Jacobs, who's blown up. Doesn't matter if you like him or hate him. Carl Jacobs is blown up on Twitter and Twitch and every platform. And Carl has post notifications for every big YouTuber.
I like Carl.
So if they
I like
tweet,
Carl, too.
he sees it, he replies. People see him in the replies
funny.
all the time. You'll see Carl on your timeline. I
I
guarantee
see
it.
Carl.
And it's because
on
Carl
every
is
single
never
person I
off.
follow.
He's always on.
Every
Yeah,
single
maybe
time.
that's only an hour of Carl's day that he's on Twitter, but it's also an hour, 5 minutes from 9 till 9. You know what I mean? This is something to keep in mind. But you can make a lot of money. And this is how much streamers make. This is rough. I don't think we're allowed to say specific numbers. It goes
where
against
do
a
you get
contract.
these
But
then?
roughly, if you
Really?
average 100 viewers, I think you can expect to make about 1,500 on stream. Honestly, if you're a smaller streamer, the amount of money you will make will be higher because people like supporting smaller streamers, so you'll have more whales. It's kind of like a bell curve where people really like giving money to smaller streamers, and then middling streamers like 1,000 to 5,000.
He's not a
so much.
STEM.
and then
He
big
wasn't a
streamers, they
STEM
go back
major.
to
How
being
does he know
whales
what a
and
bell
stuff.
curve is?
But this is per month.
He wasn't taking like
You have to take
statistics.
a
He wasn't
statistics
taking.
class.
Do you? Do you
I
think
don't know.
statistics is a general?
Maybe that's what he took for his general math.
I don't know why he would. Let me pull up calculator.
Which okay, so does business mean like outside stuff? Like
Business
if you have like
means like
merch or something, is that what that means?
yeah, business is kind of covered up by our thing, but I think that's like merch. That's like sponsorships.
Okay, so not directly from streaming.
No, like anything that
'Cause
you
I'm
make
trying to
money
figure out
outside of streaming.
How
basically.
you get $500 from 100 average viewers from business? Like I don't know what business
I'm assuming
means.
that
You know what I mean? Like I don't know what he like I don't know what he means by business.
I think he might go into it, but I think
Okay.
it's like
I don't remember.
I don't know what your cap is for YouTube or for Twitch on like trying to get Audible to sponsor you.
Mhm.
Cuz like I remember when GoDaddy, Audible, Raid would just would just give their money to any freaking person
Everyone,
on YouTube, on Twitch, on anything. For whatever reason.
I'd
Like
be
they don't
down
have
for
to be that
Audible
big.
to sponsor me.
But I don't know what
Audible's kind of
numbers they had.
expensive.
So, but if we can I not make this thing bigger?
No.
Really? It's a set. The calculator's
I
a
guess
set
it's
size.
not.
Well, that's stupid. Okay, so if we looked at 100 average viewers, that's let's
Which means
say
you're already at partner.
yeah, you're already a
You're
partner.
already there.
That's I don't know why I did that. That's 25 times our average right now. And then but if
I don't
you
know why
say
you did that either.
yeah, I was thinking like how many times is 4 to get to 100? That's a big number.
That's fine.
But if we say you get 2,000 per month, this is monthly, and then
Oh, see, I had this issue when I watched it the first time too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was monthly.
yeah, these are
I
monthly
didn't
numbers.
have a time frame.
So like imagine how much money he's making that he has double 10,000 and that's 50,000,
Everyone in
that's
the chat was
80,000,
confused
that's
too,
100,000.
Because you can see people are saying, "Is this per
Mm-hmm.
month?" I remember I didn't understand that it was per month either. Like I didn't know what the time frame was. Like I didn't think it was a certain time frame. I just couldn't figure it out.
So if we assume Ludwig makes about twice this, he's making 100,000 a month.
That's crazy.
Make 1.2 a
I mean,
year.
a lot of that goes to taxes.
I mean, yeah, of course.
He's in a very high
But
tax bracket, obviously.
it doesn't matter if you take
But
like
it doesn't matter when you're
five
that big,
how
really.
if you take $500,000 away from that 1.2 million, you're still making.
You're still making.
Is that 7 figures? I don't know where 6 figures cuts off and 7 figures comes on.
Well, 7 figures would start at 1 million.
It starts at 1 million.
Well, yeah, because 6 figures is 100,000.
Oh, okay.
So-
So you're in like the high end. Like even if you're like pretty freaking
you're
like
almost
good
there.
money in a job, you're not gonna make $500,000 a year. You
No.
have to be
It's unrealistic.
be like a plant manager. I can't think of any other
You
big
said a
jobs.
plant
I can't think of any
It
big
was
jobs.
the pause that we both had after you said plant manager. It was like we both paused.
I can't think of any
You
big
were.
jobs.
I was
like
like,
that.
what did he just say? And you were like,
But
I don't even know how that. That was funny.
if your partner, very early partner, I'd say, with 100 average viewers, you're making 24K in a year. You're making like more than starting teacher salary. That's how I just base
Like, could you
everything off of.
imagine making that?
Making more than a
like-
teacher and you didn't have to go through any school to do that. That'd be crazy. And then I
can't
mean,
even imagine that.
1,000 viewers, you gotta be really
'Cause
freaking
obviously
big.
you can't. I mean, you can't live on that if you have like a family.
No,
know what
you
I mean?
couldn't. I mean,
But
neither.
you can live on
Teachers can somehow.
that. I mean, if we could live on that,
Mm-hmm.
we certainly could.
We don't really have to spend much money on
Right.
things. But yeah, that's
Two of
crazy.
us.
This is monthly. I would
Yeah,
say you make
okay.
about 2,000 a month if you average 100 viewers. If you ever average 1,000, then you start making pretty good money. Honestly, I put
You're making
negative
great
here.
money.
I think you'd be
That's pretty-
losing
you'd
money
be
on YouTube at this
crazy.
point. You
Mhm.
probably wouldn't be getting enough views. And then you're paying your editor. Please pay your editors, by the way. Okay? I don't care how much.
Do you think we
Or you
could?
just edit yourself.
Yeah. Do you think we can make enough money to have
I
an
don't know if
editor
you
at
would be
100
editing
average?
At this point, I don't know.
Because like, I mean, it really depends on if the money's more. If the money's worth less than your time
Hmm.
at that point, because right now, I mean, our time is worth way more than the money.
Right.
But at a certain point, that would tip.
So
And I don't know if
what-
100
I
average.
wish
is
I
that.
were a girl.
Yeah, I think he talks about that one too.
He does. He does.
You love Bernie Sanders, you got to pay him.
PP Master, I know.
That's
Big
how it feels.
wow.
Looking at his numbers, like, how are you gonna get that? That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel watching this
No
video.
offense. So you got to pay your editors. So you're probably losing money on YouTube. We'll get into that in a bit. You should still be doing YouTube.
Or you just do it
If you start
yourself.
getting to like
you're
1,000
losing
viewers,
money
then
in
you start
terms
making
of
pretty good
time,
money.
I guess.
And bear in
Mhm.
mind, this is before tax, and you'll be taxed a little bit more
So
than
you
a
have
normal
to be able
job.
to make
as a
more
contractor.
in a time
but
period
regardless,
than
you
you
still make
could
pretty good
when
money,
you're
and you have the
losing
upside
to
to
give
make a
somebody
lot
else.
of money. Now, this 10,000 viewer number is obviously varies wildly, but I even looked at a streamer like Tens. That's actually where I pulled this. Tens, he has like 5,000 subs.
What does he mean? That's
He has
where
a
pulled it?
contract with an
Out from
esports
himself?
org. He has a
I
thriving
guess.
He
YouTube
didn't
channel.
do this
Like,
out for himself?
he is making a lot of money.
Well-
There's
That's right.
definitely the ability.
Ludwig has like 20K
Yeah, but
average.
can't he just,
He's making a lot more than this, I think,
I
because
guess. Can't he just divide by 2?
he's like number
English
15.
major, am I right?
Yeah. He's like number 15th on subscribers. So that's not, even if you had 10K average viewers, you probably wouldn't have as many subscribers as him.
Ability to be a millionaire if you make it to the top. I will say though, and this is important, let me switch over for just a moment. If you're wondering, because we talked about making it is 0.66%, let's just talk about making to that 10,000 viewer mark. You might be thinking and seeing millions in the eyes, which is great. I mean, sure, dream big, think big, whatever. But let's talk about Stans. I do a lot of streams of Stans. Stans averaged 400
Damn.
viewers this
I like
past
Ludwig's hair.
month.
Can I say that?
Stans
He has
has
really good hair.
about
Very nice.
I wish I
700
had his
subs.
hair, not this little stupid
Stans
I feel
is
like
thing
he
top
put something in his hair.
sticking out from my
0.06%
head the
of
whole
Twitch.
time.
Okay.
Think about that. You don't
Top
think of
0.06%.
Stans as a big streamer, but in reality, he is top 5,000 of 6.9 million. This is truly impressive if you get here. Truly. And I mean that. That is a
Truly.
big deal. And it is very hard to do. But this is more realistically your upside when you start streaming rather than a channel like mine
Did it say his
or,
average
or a
anywhere?
channel like
I'd say
XQC's.
Stan's average
I
is
know
like
I told you to
400.
write
Oh,
down
it
your
says right
goals
there.
and
Yeah,
dream
it's
big.
400.
But
Yeah.
also just
Oh, there it is,
understand
yeah.
the math and the numbers.
He really said,
Stans
you can't
is
be as
a
big as
top
me.
0.06%. He's the top like 10% of the top 0.6%. And that's all the partners.
So getting
So
400 average
that's
would
just
be
something to keep
crazy.
in mind. He's the top 10% of all partner streamers, and that is a realistic goal to have. You should at this point have found out whether, if you wrote things down, you are even cut out for step 2 or not. But if you did write
Quit.
things down and you did actually do what
We
I told
wrote
you to
things
do,
down. We're ready.
anyone can
We're
take
due
advice from the
diligence.
second part. How do you stream? You already figured out that you do want to be a streamer, why you want to be a streamer, what your goals are as a streamer. How do you do it? How do you stream?
wanna know.
Well,
How?
this is my
How?
one advice, my biggest advice. Streams are recordings.
Exactly.
That's what it is in 2021. That is the best way you can think about a Twitch stream. Why? Well, let's think about a YouTube video. YouTube videos have some pros that normal streams, conventional streams don't. YouTube videos have built-in growth mechanics, all right? The algorithm. A YouTube video can pop off. A stream can't really pop off.
Yeah, that was the thing I always thought was crazy about Twitch. You can't just like do something and then people will find you. You're almost never going to be found
No.
unless you play a game that somebody wants to see and you get lucky and somebody wants to go into the 0 viewer chat so that they can get the attention.
Which we give out willingly.
Yeah, plentifully. If you ever come in, you got 100% of our attention span. But I thought that was crazy. Ronan, how's it going?
You know, like you can go live and I tomorrow can buy a first edition booster box from Pokemon that cost me 400,000 and I can go live on a brand new channel and no one will see it. Literally no one, because there's no way for you to know that that is happening and nobody is digging through the 5,000 0 viewer Andys, 1 viewer Andys on the just chatting section. So that's why Twitch fails in that aspect. YouTube doesn't. Also, YouTube is permanent. You upload a VOD on YouTube, a video, it stays there. Twitch, it's live, and then the VODs are up for 60 days, and then they get deleted. And let's be real, even if they didn't get deleted, nobody goes through to find VODs.
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
It doesn't really
No one
happen.
looks up
You watch
VODs.
It's just a
Like,
fact
what's the point?
that VODs are absolutely terrible on Twitch, and I don't see that changing. And so the permanence of a YouTube video means that even if it doesn't do well in the first month, maybe a month or two from now, you'll be able to look back and be like, oh, this video actually did well. You can't really do that with streams. For example, I did a stream the other day. I did the higher lower stream, and it did okay. I had an okay number of viewers on
That's
Twitch. I had
sweet.
like 22K, but it didn't do that
22K,
great. On
wow.
My YouTube
Terrible.
I'm
Oh man, that was
This
horrible.
was the next part of the video that made me mad. He said, I just didn't do very well. I got 22K. And I went, what do you mean?
I love
And he
22K.
said you can't, I think you can gauge your success from Twitch. I mean, you get your, well, okay, I will say viewers, the viewer number on Twitch is never correct.
No, yeah, you
It's
can't
never
really,
right.
you can't
I
really
mean, never.
gauge how you're doing based on viewer count.
No, you can't.
Based even when you look at the stream summary afterward, it could be a little off.
But I think you can kind of gauge where you are based on average viewers and bits. I get like subs. I wouldn't. He said that you really can't gauge it. I wouldn't say you can't, but I don't know.
I mean,
I
some
think you kind of
things.
can. Like I think we can kind of gauge where we are.
Mm-hmm.
A
But
little
I mean,
bit.
like,
we're starting to get a little like today. We've had people in here pretty much the whole time, which is kind of really cool because I didn't think anyone was gonna watch.
I didn't
I
think
thought
so
we were
either.
gonna be at like I thought it was gonna say one
Zero
viewer,
viewer the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
and which was fine. I mean, we were doing this we're gonna put this on YouTube, this reaction, and so
Yeah.
that was
kind of our point.
that was
behind
kind
it.
of our point of it. It was just, hey, if anyone wants to watch
Mhm.
us react, that's cool. But if not, that's fine. And so we thought we'd have a low one tonight, which I mean it's not gonna kill us, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
like
but the fact that people are watching right now, I would say that can kind of gauge a little bit.
yeah, like you
we
can
gauge right now
you can
that
tell if it's gonna flop
we have a
little
couple
bit.
people that
that aren't interested right now. Maybe we can find new people on YouTube, kind of thing.
right.
Especially like we came into this thinking like, oh, no one's gonna watch us watch a video.
No.
That's the stupidest thing in the world. But at least we could try to get some like recording out of it. Like if we wanted, we tried to do YouTube a little bit back, and it just wasn't really
We
cut
didn't
out
like
for
it.
us. Yeah,
It
we
just-
didn't. It was a lot of like you came up with the ideas, you filmed the ideas.
I didn't like filming.
Yeah,
It was
the filming kind of sucked.
I like doing Twitch because you can talk to people at the same
Yeah.
time, and it's more fun.
Yeah.
I can kind of do whatever, you know, but
Mhm.
I'm not just talking to no one,
Yeah.
which you kind of are when you first start, but
And you never, if you were doing it just strictly YouTube videos, unless you're already a big YouTuber, you never know like, is this gonna suck? Is nobody gonna watch this ever? Is this never gonna like go anywhere. With Twitch, it's like, oh hey, there's at least a couple people here. We're making a YouTube video, but in the meantime, we have somebody here. We can ask them. We have one-on-one response time, basically.
Another aspect of YouTube that I find really hard is to get to where you start. What's the word?
What?
It's called partner on here. What's the word on
YouTube?
on YouTube where they start paying?
Get verified?
Verified. I couldn't think of that word. But
Do they not pay you until you get verified?
I don't.
Because to get verified, you need 100,000 followers or subscribers.
There's something about it where you can start making money once you get to like 3 different things.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
I don't remember those
But
now.
they
Yeah,
were-
but it was big.
They were very big numbers. And it said that it would take them like basically 30 days to get it done
Mm-hmm.
for you, which doesn't, because they have to go through all your stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Which when you get affiliate on here, you get it the same day.
Yeah.
You start making
I
your
feel
money
like
immediately,
it was
which
a lot-
I really like.
I did like too. I feel like it was a lot easier and
Because
more
you-
friendly
Right,
on
it was.
Twitch to
It was
get
it was a lot
affiliate.
easier
Yeah.
than to go on YouTube, where there's tons of people on both platforms,
Yeah.
but YouTube is
really just a whole sea of people. You're not really gonna make friends.
like that'd
on
be
YouTube
great if
in the
we
way that
post
you
this
would
and
on
people
Twitch.
watch this on YouTube. That would be great.
That would be awesome.
But
if
YouTube is very.
because
I
like
would say YouTube is hard. He's saying Twitch is harder to get big on. But it's easier to get big on YouTube. I would say it's harder to start on YouTube.
hey PB Master, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so
That's
much.
exciting.
You got the little airplane hat next to your name now. That's pretty awesome. And Ronan too, while we're taking a little break, I feel like it's just easier to train to be a professional gamer than to build from that. Yeah.
But I think YouTube is harder to start. get
Yeah,
started.
it is hard
I
to
think
start.
it's harder to start
Like-
building. Like, I don't think Twitch is this hard to start. Maybe it is. I mean, we got pretty lucky. We're pretty
Mhm.
lucky. We've only been doing this for a couple months, and we're already
Yeah.
affiliated, and we've.
If there's a little scratch pad, we could make like the difference between the curve on a YouTube channel versus like the curve on a Twitch channel based on like how difficult it is to get started.
I think it's harder to start.
I feel like it is harder to start on YouTube because there's a lot of like prep that goes into it. Twitch is very user friendly because it's just like press a button, I'm in.
Right.
And that could be like you could just entertain yourself basically, even if no one's there. You could just try to make yourself like, oh yeah, I'm playing a game. This is exciting.
What if we got someone to react to our video of us reacting to Ludwig?
Yeah, that might be us in like a year. Let's react to us reacting to
Let's
Ludwig.
react to us
Ha ha
again.
ha.
Okay.
I
I'm
remember
ready.
those were big like 5 years ago.
They
Like everyone would
were.
go crazy over reacting.
You ready?
I think so, yeah.
Video has right now 560,000 views, which is 100,000 above average. The fact that it's permanent on YouTube lets me see that. If I only had Twitch, I would be like, oh, if I play higher or lower on stream, it's only okay content. No, it's better than okay. It's just that people didn't know it was happening
Which he's
or
bigger.
weren't live to
think.
watch or busy, whatever. It's
We're
harder
close.
to
This
get
is gonna look
viewers
like
on
we're doing
Twitch
better on
in the
here.
moment,
At this
and
point.
it's bad to gauge success off of your live viewer count when it can be influenced by so many variables and be so Dogecoin-esque, if I can. Next,
But I mean, like he's right about like Twitch is live. So
Right.
if you can't make it, you can't make it. I know there's a lot of streams that I want to go into, and I just
But
can't
you're
watch them because like, oh well, I have homework, and normally I like to lurk in the background, but no matter what I do, I'm gonna get distracted on there, and then I just can't do it.
Right.
I can't do both, and it just throws me off.
I don't know.
So yeah, but I mean, and I know with YouTube is also really good about demographics. If you want to know where you stand among age group, among
YouTube is a lot better with demographics. If you
Yeah.
look at your things, they'll tell you this is how many, like
mhm.
boys versus girls. You know,
Yeah.
kind
If-
of things like that. Like
If you're trying to market it, if you're trying to do any type of like advertising, marketing, it really lets you know like who your target audience is.
right.
So you're just not like shooting in the dark like, oh yes, instead of it's pretty obvious if you're going to make some kind of tutorial for something or building some wooden thing, you're probably going to get an older audience than if you're like, oh yes, look at me, we're playing Fortnite and this is hilarious.
And your videos, when you see that you have that audience, is geared towards that audience.
Yeah.
So
And then
you can say you're not gearing your videos to 30-year-olds if your main
Yeah.
people are teenagers. You know.
exactly.
It's just like I can't figure that out on Twitch.
Yeah, you don't
I
really
don't
know
what
who
the
it is.
demographics are of who's watching us.
And it's
Which-
not like
They don't ask you on
yeah,
Twitch.
and especially on YouTube, you know, like you can get a range from kids that are maybe 9 years of age all the way to
Yeah.
people that are like
I mean,
60.
you can get younger kids even.
You can get young, really young people
Like, they
and
have
fairly
little
old
kid
people.
videos too.
Yeah, but if you're on Twitch, you're legally not supposed to be on here unless you're 13 or older.
No, you're not.
And so
Which,
you can't
I'm not
really
about to
gauge
rat
that.
on someone
Yeah,
unless they tell, like, if they're like, I'm 12, it's like, I kind of have to report you.
I don't know what to tell you.
Like,
you
please
did
don't-
this to yourself.
If
Make
you're
another
under
account.
13 and watching us, please just don't tell me, and just I won't report you. I will never know. If I don't know, I can't report you, right?
So yeah, but I feel like knowing that demographic really
That does help.
like, oh hey, I think I want to do this thing for my next video. Will my audience like it off the bat, or is it gonna be like, oh, maybe it's not doing too hot?
I would assume that helps when you start getting like sponsors too, because you know.
Yeah, you could be
you
like,
can tell your sponsor, hey, my age range is from 18 to 25. That's what I normally have
Yeah.
most people around that age.
this is
This
perfect
product
for
looks
Audible.
Great for those people.
Yeah, we
Like,
have.
Or, hey, I'm not trying to sell this to teenagers. That's not
Yeah.
my main audience. I would rather use a product that's for.
We have
an
12 to
older
18 year olds. Yeah,
you know?
rate Shadow Legends. You guys should do this because they're most likely to play mobile games.
Right, like, if you have a 12 to 18, they're not going to want to see a cooking box. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's
like
true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
HelloFresh, they're not cooking.
Mhm.
But they're going to want to see some cool
If you're
product.
showing off a loot crate or something,
Right.
then
Like the candy
it's like,
ones?
yeah, I would love
Oh,
to.
I love the people that get the candy crates.
I didn't care about the candy ones. I always thought it was cool to
I
get
thought
the
it was
little like
so fun to watch.
you would get like a shirt, a little figurine, something like really cool from like video games and stuff from Loot
Oh.
Crate. I thought that was really cool. That was always my
I'm
favorite.
ready.
Structured format is better content. This is general advice, but generally, YouTube videos are structured. I think we kind of know that. You know how a YouTube video generally goes. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back here with another.
like
You know
the
the
candy
vibe.
one.
Twitch streams don't have structure inherently built in, which usually makes them a bit worse. Structure just allows you to have a very concise beginning, middle, end. And a very concise beginning, middle, end is
Listen, Shadow, that's the goal. The goal here is to get
We're
it
not
moving
saying
like
we're
that.
here. We're saying this is where we want to be.
Yeah, when you,
While also judging Ludwig.
yeah.
I think we should say that we actually really love Ludwig and we love his content.
Oh yeah, I think Ludwig's hilarious, and I love watching him
Ludwig.
all
I
the
love
time.
watching him.
Like I think he just came out with a new YouTube video.
But
I think a little like maybe a couple hours
I'm
ago.
just saying, I'm here to react.
I'm definitely
I'm
watching
not here,
that
I'm
one.
not here to. I'm gonna give my opinion.
Yeah, it's criticized as like
It's criticized. I mean, it's kind of funny. you
yeah,
know?
it's
I don't
not
wanna
it's not
see
like actual
somebody-
criticism.
No, it's not. I don't want to
Yeah.
see somebody saying, "Oh yeah, that's right," the whole time.
Yeah.
No, I want an opinion.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't want to just
I'm
be
not
like
here to watch someone
like yeah, I'm
praise
watching, and then this is just like there's nothing.
There's there's nothing to react to if you enjoy the video.
Yeah, if you agree with it entirely, there's nothing to add to it.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to watch it and for somebody to watch you if you're just gonna agree with it
You
entirely.
gotta watch this faster.
I know
You're
we
gonna
really
have a lot
do.
to go through when
I
you
know.
edit this down.
I know. I just figured I'll just watch for when we pause it, and then I'll like look through it real quick, and it's like, oh, that's what I remember we were talking about that, and then clip,
Yeah.
Roop,
He's
plus
not bad.
together.
He's not. Yeah.
I think he is pretty
I-
hilarious sometimes.
I don't watch Ludwig as much as you do. I don't.
I watch a lot of Ludwig. Yeah.
anyone. I don't. I mean, you watch a lot more. You watch a lot more of Twitch than I do.
Yeah, but I also don't watch that
In
much
terms of-
Twitch. Most of Twitch that I watch is through Ludwig
Yeah.
and through like other YouTube videos and stuff. Hey, thank you for
What is this?
This is fake.
This is fake.
Yeah. All right, this is less cool. I don't appreciate this. How do
Why
we
are all
stop
of these
this?
coming through?
Yeah, I don't like this. Hold up. That's kind of annoying.
What the heck?
All right, did it stop?
Oh. I know, right?
Okay, I think we're good because that didn't actually change. Oh, what?
What?
These have to be all bot
These
accounts,
have
and
gotta
they're
be
just
all
gonna
bots,
unfollow at
right?
right at the end of the stream.
I'm so confused.
Because that actually raised our follower
Did
count.
it?
Yeah, look, we're at 115 now.
It's gonna say something on our. It's gonna after our stream.
It's gonna be like
Our
this is the
stream
best stream
stats,
you've ever
it'll be
had.
like, this is your best stream.
Yeah,
Look, now they're all gonna come through.
I know.
No, because how are you gonna? I mean, it's saying the viewers are at 5.
I know, for real. It's not like this people are actually here. How the heck do I just mute this thing? This is stupid. Yeah, you're actually big. Exactly.
I
Just
know, what
watching
is
this.
this?
Just watching this. Is it actually gonna go through every single one? I don't want it to.
Probably will.
Oh my god, just mute that thing.
Just
Stop
mute it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm muting it for now. If something else
Yeah,
happens,
it'll come
then
through. I mean,
we'll wait
By
for
the
it.
time we get through, that's weird.
That's annoying. Yeah, one time we got
Either 15 people just actually followed, or those are all bots.
Yeah, one time we got a fake host of 400 people, and I was ecstatic. I was going insane.
No, at least now you kind of.
And I was so now I feel like I know the like phishing stuff, but I was so happy and excited, and I was
That's
so
so
upset
weird.
when it was fake. I was so hurt.
I know, I hate this. It makes me so mad. Like, this is not real. If you actually followed, let us know. I think the
Yeah,
first one was real. I
real
was
followers.
like, okay.
How'd you make that pink? PP Master, what the heck? I don't understand. Or is it like not on my
So
end?
they can't hear the alerts right now either, right? Or are we just not hearing?
No, we can't. No one can hear the alerts
Okay.
right now.
Because I don't want that to be.
Carton Daily. Yeah, Pink, how'd you do that? It's not coming through the stream, but it's coming through our end.
That's. Ugh. Anyway.
I know, that's kind of annoying. There's this. Okay,
Alright.
back to it. Ready?
I'm ready.
Usually better than just a hodgepodge of whatever the hell you're doing while live. And then finally, every YouTube video is a lottery ticket. Like I said earlier, if you upload a YouTube video, it has a chance to pop off. It really does.
That's true.
If you go live, you're never really going to have that chance to blow up off of a stream. The only people I can think of that blew up off of a stream either were like collabing with somebody really big or came from a platform with a lot of viewers. Nobody just blew up out of nowhere overnight on Twitch. YouTube can happen overnight. I mean, literally overnight, you can blow up. And you've seen that time and time again. Dream literally was like a 10K Andy on YouTube at the start of 2020. He's doing pretty well. That would not happen if he only streamed. Admittedly, this whole thing was about how to stream, and we've only talked about YouTube videos. That's because it's time to start formatting your streams around your YouTube videos. So you have to stream for YouTube.
And this
now,
is where
when
it
I
gets
go
crazy.
live, I'll have segments, and that's how I think of it. I'll have segments for YouTube, and I'll stream those segments, and then I'll have like filler time in between, and then I'll have some things that aren't for YouTube. And that's fine, but you need to have some segments. Very roughly, they work
need
like
something?
this. They'll have a
Okay, cool.
introduction, an introduction to the idea, to what the segment is while you're streaming. I'm going to give you an example of a YouTuber doing this because I think that this is probably the single best YouTuber, and they get a credit for a lot of other things, but they don't get a lot of
He's
credit
gonna
for
talk
this
about himself.
at introductions. And that's, of course,
In
Mr.
this
Beast. Mr. Beast, I think, is the best YouTuber at doing introductions. And even though we're talking about streaming, I take away, and you also can take away, how to do these intros on Twitch. Let's just take a look at this.
In this video, we are going to be eating $100,000 golden ice cream,
I'm blown away. This is so good.
$5,000 mac and cheese,
This mac and cheese is magnificent.
$30,000 banana Foster,
Ooh, that's incredible.
and so much more, starting off with $100 ice cream and working our way up.
That was 19 seconds top to bottom. And what did the introduction do? Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. It introduced the idea, the concept, what they're doing in the stream. All right. So explained it if you're going to be watching what's happening. 2, it introduced stakes. Stakes are an integral idea into every stream. You need stakes in whatever you do. It just makes it better. Stakes can be very small.
Every time he says steaks and I see meat and potatoes, I keep thinking steaks.
Like,
Like, let me get a medium rare. Like, it's throwing me off.
That's
It doesn't
funny.
have to be the amount of money. That's the stakes for this one. All right. So the idea is we're going to be eating expensive foods. The stakes are that every food will increase in price. And then it also says how this will end. How does this whole journey come to a close? Well, it comes to a close when we eat $100,000 ice cream. That is how it closes. So then the
Everyone's putting
video,
that to
you can
stakes.
expect that they'll start eating foods, the stakes increase. All right, there's more and more and more and more expensive things. It ends when they eat that ice cream. That's the entire thing. You can do the same
And it's almost like a story. Like when you're in middle school English class and they're like, okay, let's fill out this little whatever diagram it is. You need to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and like climax and whatever. Like you're basically fitting all of that stuff into a YouTube video, and then coming up with ideas that you can do on stream that fit that. Thoughts? Nothing you don't want to
No,
add?
that was.
Oh, okay.
That sounded good.
PP Master. I don't agree because he's Mr. Beast. Anyone will watch Mr. Beast, he has a title and thumbnail. You don't need that to grow. Well, that's what I was thinking too.
Thing on Twitch.
But when you pull up,
Wait, I have a comment.
yeah,
All of these people that it says followed, I'll have an exclamation point at the end. That's how you know it's
no,
fake.
it has an exclamation point because it says thank you
Oh,
for
really?
following. Yeah, that's
Oh,
part
never
of
mind.
the thing. I think
I was like,
I was
that's
gonna say
crazy.
that because of the underscores and stuff.
That's so funny.
So if I go to Mr. Beast and you check
That's
out
hilarious.
his number one most popular video, here it is.
Yeah.
Most popular. I put 100 million Orbeez in my friend's backyard. This is 2 years ago. That's before he blew up or did
This
anything.
is 50,000
He looks
Orbeez.
different.
This
Mm-hmm.
is 200,000. This is 400,000. How many Orbeez is that?
That's a million Orbeez.
Yes, that is 1 million Orbeez. And it's only 1% of our Orbeez. That's a weird flex.
But okay.
There's a million Orbeez in every box, and we have 100 boxes.
Is that his intro? Yeah, that's his intro. So that, let's say, right,
Every box, and we have 100 boxes.
that's the same 20 seconds. Hey, Marcus, thank you for
Thank
the
you.
raid. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. We're
Thank you for
reacting
following,
to
shout out to your dad. So yeah,
videos.
I mean, yeah, we are reacting to videos. So Mr. Beast only has like the 20-minute intro or 20-second intro, and he does that for even his most popular one. That was in 2018. When I think 2018 was before he blew up. I think maybe this is the big video that did it, and he's doing the same thing that he's doing now. And so although people would watch just because it's a Mr. Beast video, I feel like that's what really stood him out in the beginning. Cause like Dream does that for his videos for Minecraft manhunts. Nobody was watching that at the very beginning, and now it's like he has like 48 million views on his most popular manhunt, and he does that every time. Raid, Sir Max, Steve Van Lee. Look, Marcus, you have the airplane hat sub badge next to your name. It's so cool. So yeah, back to the number. You ready?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like Mr. Beast still does really good at that.
And we do it all the time here on this channel. For example, we just did unbanned form speedruns. Okay, introduce the idea. We're doing unbanned forms, but we're speedrunning it. Okay, that's the concept. What are the stakes? Well, the stakes are we want a good time. We want to try to get world record.
We
This
want a
costs
good
no
time.
money, but those
He's
are
like,
the
world
stakes,
record, like,
trying
that's
to
a
get
thing.
a
I
good
know.
time.
Any
When
percent-
do we get to the conclusion? When
That's
we
funny.
beat the time and get the world record. Very simple, all right? And the meat and potatoes are me just doing the runs. Introduction says everything that's going to happen. Conclusion is when I finally got the world record. Very
Someone in the chat
easy,
said
very
Love University.
straightforward. You don't necessarily need money, but you can create streams in segments that have all three of these aspects. And when you stream for YouTube, the beautiful thing about it is your stream is better, but also you get a YouTube video that is very easy to edit. You can just edit down because everything's built in, and you get to trim out all the fat until you have just this beautiful lean YouTube video that is the 20 minutes,
See, the whole thing
15
is just
minutes,
food.
whatever
I
it
don't
is,
know
of
why.
gold
Trim out all
of
the
the
fat.
30-minute hour recording. So it's just a
You got
win-win-win.
your
There's no
salted
losing here.
steaks, and you got
And
it
don't
all.
get me wrong, it is still fine to go live and do regular streams. I actually had a problem when I first started streaming where I would only do segments. I was like, if it's not a segment, it does worse on viewership. There's no point. I just need to do segments. Well, you can do both. And I've learned that. That's something I had to learn, and I had to deal with things like numbers going down and viewership being bad, and that's something that takes a bit of time. That's like a personal journey. You just have to one day get over it. There's nothing I can tell you. You just have to one day get over it.
See, and that's not helpful. We
No,
see
it's
like,
not.
oh man, our viewer count just went down by like 5
You
people.
just gotta get over it.
Wow. Yeah, just get over it. It doesn't
Like,
matter.
What does that even
It's just
mean?
numbers.
Okay, he said if you stream for YouTube, you're gonna have a very easy video to edit.
Mm-hmm.
You're planning to edit this video for
I do
YouTube.
plan to
This
use
is
it
not
for
going to.
YouTube.
I don't think this is going to be.
Well, this is
This is long. It's gonna
Yeah.
be long.
Like if you do like a normal, like we've come up with a list of different ideas where basically we take this, we have the introduction idea already planned out, we have the thumbnail already planned out, the title already planned out, what exactly we'll be doing, and that includes stakes. We have that planned out for 7-8 videos now.
Yeah, something like that.
And those are what we're planning on doing. We're gonna do like one of those streams each week.
You
This
should
is one
make
of them.
Your horror stream a YouTube one too.
I should, but what should the stakes be?
I don't know.
Okay, we should come up with that then.
Trying not to die with a VR headset
Yeah.
on, playing Five Nights at Freddy's. There's already stakes in a horror stream, Nico.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's like, well, our neighbor trying to not have the neighbors call the cops on us or something, something like that,
Trying to not, even though our neighbor yells all the time.
all the
Our
time.
neighbor, he just yells. He like just seriously, he's just like like every day.
And then so
I mean, you do you.
yeah,
But
and so we're trying to we're gonna like chop it down into a video, and I feel like with most of our ideas, it's pretty obvious like, oh, here's where most of it's gonna be. For reacting to a 49 video, it's kind of like, oh well, where are the moments that we're talking about something,
right, like right
and
now.
then just like going through it, yeah, like right now.
Right now.
But for the most part, for another idea that we have, then it wouldn't be too bad.
We do want to do more reacting stuff though.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier, and I feel like I really want to be a variety streamer, and to do that, I feel like it's more than just playing different types of games. It's also like, oh, just chatting where I'm just talking to somebody, or like unboxing, or like reacting, stuff like that. And Steven, getting big on Twitch. Step 1, be famous. Step 2, launch failed YouTube. Step 3, launch Switch instead. Play games badly. Step 4, profit.
real.
Pog. Shadow. Oh no, it was a 1v1 against me and this dude, and I griefed him because I was bored, and I won. I know. I feel like we need to talk to Shadow about what the title should
Shadow
be.
comes up with like Shadow just in our chat like comes up with 5 billion titles all the time, and they're like genuinely good titles.
They're like the titles that you would
Shadow
see
needs to get in
when
the
like
Discord and just give us
yeah.
titles.
when Logan Paul was really big. That
Oh
like
my god!
you would
don't
have
get me started with
all
Logan
those like
Paul.
very memey and clickbaity YouTube
Don't mention
titles.
Logan Paul.
And then like I feel like Shadow Ninja comes up with like titles like
They're
Cat,
so funny.
where they're very like
It's so funny. I
old
love them.
YouTube title clickbait stuff. All right, back to it.
But I've learned that I can do segments, plan out segments, and then do like I'll call it filler content. Think of
Someone being
XQC
sad in the
streams.
chat.
Most of his
Get
content
over
is
it.
like,
over it.
it's
Yeah,
not really
someone
for
put-
YouTube videos. It's mostly just filler content, and it's not bad. I'm not saying it's a bad way to stream. It's kind of fun in a way because he's always like thing to thing to thing. There's no dead air. It's like chess, bang, done chess, react, bang, react, done react, bang. We're
Bang.
playing Super
I
Mario
wouldn't
now,
like that.
bang,
I
done that.
wouldn't wanna watch
Valorant
that.
time.
I don't
And none
wanna
of these
watch
are
that
really
either.
gonna be like
Like I really like the
phenomenal
segment thing,
YouTube
like
videos.
Ludwig's talking
He
about. Like
streams
it's just a video.
like old streamers used to stream. I just don't think that'll work for people anymore because it's not 2013. The competition's too
exactly.
fierce. Your stream's probably not going to get found. You're
Exactly.
probably not better than the good
Competition's
gamers at games. Probably not funnier than the funniest people at being funny. And
I
even if
am.
you are, you have to be
Yeah.
not as
Speak
funny
for
as Moon
yourself,
Moon. You have to be
Ludwig.
funnier than Moon Moon to get found because people already know who Moon Moon is. So rather
I
than
feel like
stream like XQC
hard to be
streams,
funny just
stream
to yourself.
for YouTube.
It's
And
really
you can
easy
do
to be
both,
funny when
but
it's
just
like,
remember
oh,
to
there's a group
include
of people
segments.
and you
Just
notice something,
promise
and then
me
you just
you
like
will
make a
not
little
do the
comment, and then everyone
grinding,
laughs.
hustling, 9 to 5, putting in my 8 hours. Because that is all bullshit and a waste of your fucking time. You are literally doing nothing. It is not just going live that matters. It
That's
doesn't.
true.
Next,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
like a
just
whole, like,
one quick
work
example.
smarter,
Which
not
is a
harder.
better video? Example of 2
Classic.
streams. Now, no shots. Blastoise actually had more viewers here. This is Blastoise's stream, ranked Valorant with friends. And then Stan's is ranking favorite avatar clips. Okay. Which one probably transfers to a YouTube video better? Now, we can ignore factors like copyright for now, just for this example. I just screenshotted 2 random streams I saw yesterday when I was making this slideshow. I think you guys would probably agree that Stan's makes a very natural YouTube video. Blastoise's is just kind of like a Valorant highlight for a guy who is okay at Valorant. And it's a great stream. Maybe he's having fun, but this will not help you grow. We can admit that. He probably won't grow unless he suddenly becomes radiant or has a lot of knowledge or is a really funny player in Valorant that is missing. Realistically, Stan's stream will have a video that will help him grow a little more. it's also important to form ideas, and this is an interesting concept. Form ideas around titles. So if you have the title of what you're gonna do, you can form the idea around it.
kinda
And
what we
that's
have in our
kind of
notes.
like
Yeah,
all
it
of
is.
Like we
Small
started
Ant's
out
channel.
with
So I think
the
Small
title.
Ant is a really
Small
excellent
Ant.
streamer and YouTuber.
I want to say I mean, he's talking about this in terms of two already big people.
Which Blastoise is much bigger than Stance
So
as a frame of reference.
I don't like he's saying like, well, which one would be a better YouTube video? Well, these two people are already big. I mean,
But we want to see how you can do it as a small
I don't know if that would
streamer.
I don't know how good this is gonna transfer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's. I feel like.
Which he has to. He can't just pick two random small streamers.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
there's nothing to gauge that on. But
But I feel like what we're doing with our stuff is kind of like we're like as small as you can go trying to make YouTube videos and stuff. But what we're doing right now isn't necessarily like, oh, we already have a base set of people that'll watch stuff no matter what. We have like, hey, we're making basically a repertoire of YouTube videos until we finally get one that blows up.
yeah.
So when one
That's
blows
true.
up and somebody watches the video, they can be like, oh, hey, I want more of this. They look, they see, oh, there's already 10 other videos just like this that I can watch right now. Instead of like, dang, our first one blew up and
But no
now
one stayed,
no one
because
yeah,
there
no
was
one's
nothing else to
subscribing on
watch.
YouTube because there's nothing
It
else.
was a one.
There's a
time.
one-off unless we blow up again and become in the recommended again, then we get lucky. So like I feel like this is very like practice, but also trying to make it as good as we can to try to get there. And Shadow Ninja, day 1 million of me trying to get big. It worked. Gone right. Too many. Too many. No, Monaco, stop lying to yourself. You're not good at being funny. Oh, ha ha ha. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like being the funny person.
The
All
funniest
right?
person in
The
every
funniest person in the room coming back home. You're just up against the wall and slide down. Nice, easy, like, wow. It's tough being the funny person. Funny kid. All right, ready?
But let's just take a look at his YouTube channel for a moment. All of these are just really interesting and engaging titles. I turn the floor in Mario Odyssey to lava. Pokemon Ruby, but all opponents have Wonder Guard. A Breath of the Wild YouTuber thought he was better than me. Can you beat Eventide Island without touching the ground?
And now looking at this, we have Small Ant on our list, and I've seen a lot of these videos. I know I challenge a Minecraft speedrunner to a true test of skill or something. That was really funny. I watched where is it? I watched Mario Speedrunner beats 3D World for the first time, which was a little weird because the title was really good, but this video didn't necessarily have stakes. He was obviously gonna beat it, and he wasn't speedrunning the video. He wasn't speedrunning the 3D World. He was just playing it. I watched this one where he plays Pokemon Platinum with just a Wooper, which is kind of crazy. I like that one a lot. I've seen this one where he only plays with shinies, stuff like that. Like I added him to our list of creators we want to emulate because he's making like titles that seem really cool. He's making really cool ideas. He's coming up with cool ideas in the way that Mr. Beast does, but without spending $1 million. And then the thumbnails are all like, I feel like all of these are fairly engaging to the eye. Like
Yeah.
you see, like there's a lot of saturation, but without it looking like a current Saturday morning on Cartoon Network, where everything is just made up of like 3 bold lines in like the brightest colors you possibly can get, and it's just not as good.
If you form a concept, a stream around just a title, you write your clickbait for you, you write your title for you, and the content will be very
Write your
natural.
clickbait.
It's a lot of work. He works really hard to beat all of this, but it's a good way to do it. So for example, if I want to beat Pogo Stuck upside down, I'm working with the title. I beat Pogo Stuck, but it was upside down. That's my title. That's what I'm working
That'd be
with.
crazy.
And then the content will write itself. So Small Ant, great example of that. Great example of having titles, both in streams, because he streams all of this, by the way. He streams all of this that translate to good YouTube videos. All right, let's go next. The 3 ways to grow, okay? 3 ways to grow. We've talked a bit about the middle one. We're going to go on it a little more, but let's start with collabs. Collaboration is probably one of the best ways to grow. I am not dumb. I am not oblivious to the fact that I have used Corpse, Technoblade, Sykkuno, Pokimane, you name it, and it's helped me grow. I mean, that's just a fact. If you collaborate with people, it helps you grow. And it needs to be in somewhat of in an authentic way. Obviously, if the content is worse when you work with someone, then it won't really go well together. But collabs just help. They really help. It's a thing you can think as on the nose as
what if he does react to
Xjaws
us
brought
on stream?
Syndicate to his YouTube channel. And
By
then
the way,
Syndicate blew up into
twitch.tv/Monaco, MONAKOE,
or you
if
can
you
think
want
of it
to
as
follow.
minute as an Among Us game where Yeti makes a brilliant play and everyone's like, who's this Yeti Apocalypse guy? Like, yes, you also have to be good. You also have to have a good bedrock of content. It's not as easy as just streaming with someone, because I promise you, I've streamed with a bunch of people in Among Us who have 15 viewers when we started and have 15 viewers now. But if you have some sort of skill, some bedrock of content that people can absorb the moment they see you and you're exposed, then you're going to do well. Does that make sense? You need to have something there ready. So let's think of the Mr. Beast Challenge 1 video. Mr. Beast did a challenge. He shouted out the channel of a winner. The idea was get this person 1 million subscribers. And it was a contest where you get the winner of the contest 1 million subs. And the guy who won was Zealous. Zealous is at 2 million subs.
You've seen
and
this
the only
video?
reason he's there is because he had content
watched
that
it together.
one was quite similar to Mr. Beast's, already
watched a
there
little
as a
bit of it with
bedrock.
you. I didn't watch
If
the whole
Mr.
thing.
Beast shouted out a channel that had never posted a video, they're not going to go anywhere. And look no further than every
That's kind of our point with, like, we want to come up with videos until we blow up, so that when we do blow up on some certain video, then they can go back and look at those.
I like that you're saying when, not if.
Exactly. PogChamp. It's the mindset. Also, Base No, are those my awesome friends? Monaco? Heck yes.
Base.
Base No. Thank you for coming by. This is fun. Are you ready?
Yeah.
time a big streamer hosts a 20 viewer Andy. You host a 20 viewer Andy, they're not ready for it, they don't have the content for it. You look back a month later, still a 20 viewer Andy. I remember so vividly Shroud saying that Twitch is a lottery, rating or hosting some random guy playing some, like, it was like Dead Cell or something. I forget exactly the game. And I looked back like 2 weeks later to see that guy's channel. Same number of viewers as before the Shroud. His content wasn't ready. It literally just wasn't ready. So collabs are good, but you need to have a bedrock of content to make them work. And they don't have to be with insanely large streamers. You can have a whole that's better than the sum of its parts when you work with other people. And that's totally fine as well. Doesn't have to be necessarily huge streamers. Also, one more note on collabs. Please don't be lazy about it. I get an email every day about someone saying, hey, can we do an interview? I have an interview where I interview big streamers. It doesn't, and maybe I'm wrong, feel like these people are all huge Larry King fans who love the art of the interview. It just feels like the easiest, most thoughtless way to interact with a large streamer so that you get some growth from it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that is the vibe that I get. And when you send an email out for that, that's all.
We sent him a message asking if we could react to this, and he did not respond.
Well, yeah.
So we did it anyway.
We were pretty like, oh yeah, he's definitely not gonna respond, but we DM'd him anyway.
But then there's no issues there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I asked you. You didn't give me your consent, but
I know. I remember. I think he was talking about some other really big streamer or really big YouTuber or somebody that DM'd him when they were small, and he like never looked at it, and then eventually he like actually knew who they were, and then finally saw it, and they're like, oh crap, they're like now I want to stream with you, and this dude was DMing me, and I just never saw it. That could happen to us. That could happen to us.
You do, it's lazy, it's not gonna work. I promise you it's not gonna do that much for you. The people who have really succeeded in collabs with larger streamers have done things, and bear in mind all streamers are lazy, that the streamers really like, enjoy, and it's so I promise you, painlessly free to interact with streamers. And just look no further than the Dr. Disrespect Alleyway song. That was made by a man called J+1. And you might be asking, well, who's that guy? Well, this is the guy.
Brady Kerr, you weren't following already? I thought you were.
Hey,
Thank you for
thank
following.
you.
Appreciate
I
it.
thought at first that the fake ones are coming back on again.
Yeah.
Because I heard the alert
I
before
know.
we had like 15 people. It was fake people that like it kept coming through like they followed. I totally
I
thought
know,
it was
over
fake
and
people
over.
again. But now I'm excited because it's not.
Yeah, he just hit affiliate too.
Oh,
I think
that's super
today
great.
or yesterday or
That's
something.
amazing.
Well, congratulations.
Guy who took a random clip of Doc singing while playing Warzone, I believe, called Give 'Em Love, and then made it into a fire song. Put it on Doc's subreddit. I think he actually might have donated. And then all of a sudden, Doc loves it. And when
dancing
Doc
in the
wants a
chat.
song, he's like, well, I'm hitting up J+1. Same thing's happened to me with ex-girlfriend,
funny.
with my editor Polite, with people who I've played Among Us with. Think Otto. I mean, Otto, that motherfucker leached his way in, but he had something to offer of value. He
trying to do
actually was a
leech
godlike
Exactly.
programmer who could
Leech
make
with
things
nothing
that were
to
valuable.
offer.
I
Nothing.
used Otto. I
let's see
needed
if it's
Otto
possible.
for content. Otto's great. And now he has like 500 plus viewers. That's great. He didn't send me an email saying, hey, Ludwig, I make programs. He made a program for me and put it on my subreddit. So make something. Put it on the subreddit.
I don't have
Donate
that
with a
kind of
link.
skill.
Whatever
Yeah.
it
I
is.
was gonna say it.
There's 1,000 examples of this working.
We're
It
gonna
can
have to
work
learn how to
again.
code just
That's
for
how you
this.
I
collab with
know.
someone big, or you can just collab with someone smaller and more your size, and that is also easier.
He made
as
that
well.
sound like it was
Does
a
that make
bad
sense?
thing.
Next,
And that's
outside
not.
traction.
You know, I'd love to be able to collab with Jack the Alien and Tactical Tickler, because like they I'd say they both average 40 to 60 or 20 to 60 viewers. They probably average. It'd be so cool to collaborate with them.
Look, I think conventionally everyone knows, like, hey, you gotta be posting on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter. And that's great. And that is true. That is all true. Twitch does not have really good growth mechanisms. These other sites do. You can bring viewers from those sites over to Twitch to stream or wherever you want to stream. It can also mean getting outside traction from a community. You don't just have to post to the void of YouTube and hope that some people find it. I was a part of the Super Smash Bros. Melee community in a very genuine way. It's my favorite game of all time. I made a lot of friends from it, and I made content for it. And it is a lot easier, I promise you, to get noticed in a community that small when I post on their subreddit a YouTube video I made and get traction that way than to just post on
I don't know how
the
we would do
YouTubes.
something like that though. 'Cause
That
I
is
don't
a
feel like
lot
we have
harder.
something like that.
I promise you that is a lot harder. So
don't
if you
have, like,
have
a
a
group of
community
people
you're
like that.
in, it does have to be authentic, right? You
Like,
can't.
you have the
People are
Discord, I
smart.
guess,
Like people are
but-
smart. People can
Yeah,
tell
but it's not
very
really the
quickly
same
when
thing.
you're
So that's
inauthentic
kind of like
or
our
like
community
clout
already.
chasing, and they'll
Right.
call you out for it, and it'll be a mess. It won't be worth the time. But if you're in a community in an authentic way, you can make content for it. You can grow within that community, and then after doing that, expand that to something else. Variety streaming, whatever it is. You know what I mean? A lot of people you like blew up parts of smaller communities. Moon's name is Moon Overwatch, XQC Overwatch. Without that Overwatch
XQC?
community, they don't
Yeah.
make it to where they are today, right? They needed that
Comment?
community
Huh?
as a
Not on a YouTube
foothold.
video.
Me with Smash. Minecraft speedrunning. Sure, it's a larger community, but still, without that speedrunning community, I don't know if Dream makes it where he makes it today. If he didn't know how to be that good at the game, maybe he doesn't. I don't think he does. So you just have to think of it as outside traction,
I don't
not
think
just
he
being
does.
posting on these outside sites, but trying to find smaller communities or being part of them in authentic ways, offering value, making videos, being a part of it, and growing within there. And then maybe you can grow on, let's just call it mainstream. And finally, the last way to grow are big events. Okay? Big events. If you do something big, if you hype it up enough, if you open a first edition base set box and you let people know, I mean, obviously you have to do some marketing, it'll blow up. Maybe not on the stream, but on YouTube it will. If you post a YouTube video of you opening a first edition box of Pokemon cards for $400,000 and then burn the cards after, if that's your YouTube video, which is fair enough, your money, it will blow up. It will. That's just a fact. Really good content comes above all else. And I think Mr. Beast is a big believer in that. And it's true. And you can think of every video he does as a big event. And the same thing can happen on
That's
stream.
true.
It
It's
just
all
requires a little
big
bit more marketing.
stuff.
And
That's
maybe this
true.
is something more valuable for someone with like 50, 100 viewers. You can hype things up. But I've done a bunch of big events. You know, Pokemon Week. Pokemon Week, we hyped that up for a while. Long time. I set all of that up. I reached out to all the streamers. I hooked them up with all the boxes. I set up the days for it. I made the marketing. I made the YouTube videos for it. And I hit 100,000 viewers on Twitch. I have never been close to that milestone before then. My most was like
So he said he was like, maybe this is more practical for people to have like 50 to 100 viewers or something, which is what I was gonna say. I mean, you can have a big event, but if you don't have the people that are going to watch it, it's not a big event.
Yeah.
It's an event.
That's
It's something that you're doing.
We're always trying to hype up our bigger stuff, like with the ideas for our YouTube videos
Right.
and for the horror stream, like trying to hype that up, like just to make sure that
And that's
people
going
want
to
to
be an
see
event
it
for us.
and that people are gonna be there because they know about it and they want to be there.
But I wouldn't call it necessarily a big event.
Yeah.
In that sense, you know. I don't know.
No.
60,000 with a host, 40,000 without, and I over doubled it because I did a big event. Big events will help you grow. I know you got to focus on the day-to-day, but you can't get lost in the day-to-day and not do these large events. You got to spice things up. You got to make sure that you're always innovating, trying to do big things.
So like collabs, I feel like we could work on.
Mm-hmm.
Outside traction is harder because we don't really have a place that we could go for that.
Right.
It's not like we've made a Twitter community because one of our tweets blew up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we're influencers on Instagram
Yeah.
or just really aren't in any communities on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
And so like we could definitely work on those two, and then big events we just try to hype up anyway with like our YouTube ideas and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah,
Big
a lot of
events
this I feel like is
are
helpful
important.
so far.
Hosts and raids are fickle, and I don't want you to think of them as growth mechanisms because they rarely, if ever, are. And I think people
I don't think that's true. He's gonna say I think people overvalue raids. I don't think those don't help you. Whether or not if you get a raid, that's great. I don't know why. Like, I feel like he's kind of acting like they aren't. I think it's great if you get a raid. Whether or not you get a raid, whether or not any of those people follow, you get a raid of 5 people, right? Whether or not any of those people follow, they've seen you once.
Yeah, those are 5 people that have like just like your name in their head, even if they don't remember. If somebody mentions it later on,
Right.
then they're like, oh crap, I know that. I should go check that out.
You maybe come up on their recommended.
Yeah.
Maybe you're playing with maybe you're doing a collab later, and with someone, and they say, "Oh, you know what? I think I've seen them before."
Yeah.
You know, you come back more, and that helps. I mean, it helps your viewer count.
Like I'm
if
sure
at some point I have a viewer count of 20 plus people, that's going to help my average.
Yeah.
Whether or not, I think raids are very valuable, and I would assume like when you're bigger, they aren't. If you're at 100 people watching you and someone raids you with 2 people, I
Like-
can see where that is. But when you're starting out and when you're small, like we are right now, I would say raids are very valuable.
Yeah, like it really, it's kind of an inverse thing. The smaller you are, the more valuable raids are. But once you're a Ludwig size, a raid is just like, oh hey, that's fun. I'm glad you guys threw some of your viewers over my way. That gives me a little more money. I appreciate it. But for the most part, if you're one of the really big streamers like Ludwig, there's like, I would argue that the top 100 streamers are all kind of in their own community. Even if they don't do anything remotely related to each other, at some point they're probably going to collab with each other. At some point, a lot of their following is just going to overlap. And like, I know between Sykkuno, Pokimane, Ludwig, Jacksepticeye, even going off onto YouTube with Valkyrae, their following is going to be fairly similar. Maybe like an eighth of all their followers probably follow one or more of each other's. So a raid doesn't really do much because you already know about the other person.
I would also say these big streamers tend to raid each other.
Yeah.
The top 100 streamers are going to raid each other.
They're not going to
That's
throw
not
it to somebody else.
them. That's
Yeah.
not helping. I mean, a lot of those people are already going to watch them, those other people. You
Yeah.
know? Like you said, they're all kind of in their own world. I don't know.
Like their own kingdom
Right.
of people.
It's like their raids don't matter because they're all big already.
Mm-hmm.
To them, the raid doesn't matter.
The raid
Like,
doesn't do much
we
because
got
they're
a
going to
raid-
grow no matter
We got
what.
a raid during this stream from Marcus. We got it. And
that helped increase our
that
average.
increase. We went up to like 13 viewers at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not those people stayed, we know some of the people that are already in there,
Yeah.
but that still increased our views.
Mhm.
Our viewer average is going to go up.
Yeah, and that's gonna help us.
Right. It's our viewer count is gonna go up and it's gonna go back down, but our average is going to increase from that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think that's necessarily true when you're smaller.
Yeah.
I think raids are very helpful. I mean, we've had raids and people come in and they find us, and that's where we found a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
We've been raided, not we've been raided. We're in someone's stream and they raid us into how am I trying to say this?
I don't know what the heck you're trying to say.
We're watching someone's stream.
Yeah.
They raid someone else.
Mm-hmm.
We then follow those people.
Yeah.
So how is that? I don't agree with that.
I think it's just for smaller streamers.
I think for
I know.
smaller streamers, he's saying this. 'cause
Old
he's a
man
big
Ludwig
streamer.
over here hasn't been one of us in a while.
Right.
Now he's up there
Which is
with
great
Ms.
for him.
Kiff, XQC,
That's
Moist
great.
Critical, the big players. And he doesn't know what it's like on the little side.
Which is amazing. That's great that he got there, but
Mhm. And that gives us hope too. He started like 2.5 years ago, and we're 3 months in.
Mhm.
Like, if we can get the same or similar exponential growth that he does, that would be crazy.
yeah.
You ready?
Value them in a major, major way. So now we know how to grow. We know that you want to stream, why you want to stream, what your goals are for stream, how to stream. Now we have to think of ideas that work for you. I'm giving you examples of my life, of Mr. Beast, of Small Ant, but maybe those don't work for you. And a lot of ideas that we do won't work for you. It's just a fact that you will not likely, and maybe I'm wrong, have a relationship with Technoblade to stream with him. That is probably just the case. You probably
know Techno.
just won't be
Easy.
able to do that. You probably don't have $30,000 to spend
Yeah, I
on
do.
Pokemon cards
might.
or whatever
This is an
big Mr.
assumption.
Beast
I
I can
definitely
pull out a
don't.
loan.
he does.
Easy.
You
Pull it along
probably
just for
don't.
one video.
But you can spend that time thinking of ideas that do work for you. And I cannot tell you how many times I look in my DMs and I see someone who thinks of an idea that would work if they only had X money, X number of viewers, 5K viewers, if they were friends with me, if they were friends with Corpse, whatever. And that's fine. That's great. Wow, great idea. Hopefully you get there to do it. But you're not there. So why are you wasting your time thinking of videos, streams that you will never be able to do? That is a waste of time.
And that helped me a lot. Because before we made actual, we have our list of 7 videos right now. Before doing that, I had another list of 5 other videos. But most of those are for the long term. And while that's helpful for me later on to save me some time, that doesn't help me grow to actually get there. Because if you're planning for the future and you never plan for now, you can never go from now to the future.
I would say though, on the flip side, you shouldn't not think of those videos.
Yeah, you should
should
not, but you
definitely
shouldn't spend
consider
all
those
of your
and then-
time doing that.
Put them in a list for later.
If it just pops up, then yeah, sure, great.
Yeah.
But you should actively think of the ones for now.
The ones that you can physically do right now.
Yeah.
But don't discount the ones that are bigger.
Mhm.
And you're don't just be I wouldn't think of an idea and say to myself, well, I'm not big enough for that. Discard.
Mhm.
That goes out of my head.
Yeah.
I would
For sure
write
save
down.
it.
Right.
Yeah. Keep it for later.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the end all.
That is fantasy. That is not strategy. Think of things that work for you. And there are things that exist. I made money by
Some of it
donating to
just by
streamers.
views.
This is one of my favorite
Yeah.
YouTube videos. I thought of this idea where I would donate to streamers, have them go to a website where I made merch, and then see if I could get merch sales. I thought of this idea. I immediately went to record it. It took me 2 hours top to bottom. I finished it. It was edited. It was uploaded a couple days later, and it has almost 1 million views on YouTube. It's one of my favorite videos. You know how much it cost me? $48. That is it. $48 in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it has almost 1
$48.
million views.
That's pretty crazy,
Anybody
though.
could have done
That
this
is pretty
video.
crazy.
It's $48,
that's
but that's
less
less
than
than
a
the price of a
brand new
video
AAA
game. I'm
game.
sure that if you
That's
just
true.
saved up, if you're tight for money, you could have
And
made it
that's-
happen too. Or done
that's
it for even less
$48
if you
for
really want it. This
980K.
video is one of my proudest
If we
videos.
assume
And I know it's not
100K
a
is a
stream
dollar like it
necessarily,
used to
but
be,
this still
then
does
it's nine-
bring up
it's almost
the
$1,000.
issue that
Yeah.
you need
You've
to
made it
solve
back by a
thinking of
lot.
ideas that you can do. Does that make sense? There's a lot of videos that you can do. So when you're thinking of your 3 to 5 streamers, all right, don't look at what you can't do from their discography. Look at what you can do. If you look at what you can't do, You're never going to be able to make content for
I was,
yourself.
like,
You'll only be
emphasizing
thinking of
each
content
word.
for other
Can
people,
do.
How you
which is a waste
can
of time.
do, not
It's like
how
how
you
he said,
can't.
like how he
That's
said
just as
Best
bad as
Buy.
me
Yeah,
imagining what I
Best
would do if I
Buy
was in the
is
Super
two
Bowl
words.
and I was
Best
in Tom
Buy.
Brady's shoes. I'd throw a Hail Mary. That's what I would do. Tom, you should do that. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. I'm not going to be in the Super Bowl. Next. We've thought of ideas
That
that
was
work for you,
funny.
how to do them, but what do you stream? This is a very basic
Games.
question that people
Yeah,
always ask. It's
duh.
maybe the number one
Going to
question.
just
what do you
chatting.
stream, Ludwig? Okay, good
Talk.
question. What do
Stream
you
reacting
stream?
to
Sure.
Ludwig.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Exactly.
I first and foremost think
Clout.
this
Big
question
views.
is probably
Big
talked
views.
about too
Big follows.
because as long as you are doing everything in the streams like recordings section, then what you stream isn't as important. You know what I mean? Because you can really make anything work. There is one thing that I've done that will always work. It's tried and true. This is the number one
He's gonna say
thing
it.
you
He's gonna
need
say
to
the
stream
thing.
to make it big. The yoink and twist,
The
baby.
yoink and
what everybody
twist.
else is doing. That's right. Yes. Yes, you do not have to
Yes.
rewrite
Woo,
the entire
true.
playbook.
It's
You do not
true.
need a New Testament. We're good. Jesus got it down the first time. Yoink and twist. Look, I'm not saying to carbon copy because people notice, people will make fun of you. You can't just do it one-to-one because honestly, you won't do it as good most of the time anyway. You can yoink and twist. So I saw, here's one example. This
and
video
twist.
Soda Poppin did a few years ago. When Stream
He's
goes
so
shopping
fun
for
to, like,
$1,000, you know he would do in
emulate.
this video? There's a stream that he made a video. He would have people send him links and he would click on them and he would either buy them or not buy them. It was totally his decision. He was like, oh, this is funny, I'll buy it. Or, oh, this isn't funny, I'm not going to buy it. That was it. And I was like, that's
would
interesting.
be really
But what
fun.
if I did that and I had
I didn't notice this the first time we watched, but I think it's really funny how he goes from 1 million views on a YouTube video plus 68 million views gets you 500,000 views. I didn't notice that the first time.
That's so funny.
But that's definitely if we assume that Soda Poppin', I think that was the first person, averages like 500,000 viewers and then did really good with 1 million. And then Mr. Beast obviously
Mr.
I would
Beast
say
is a
averages 50 million and then he got 68 million. That's really good. Ludwig at that time, I would say he probably averaged 180k. Now he's averaging like 240. But 180k to 557,000 views, that's pretty good. So Yoink
chat
and Twist
vote.
seems to
That might be
work
kinda
even
funnier
if it's not
if
as
chat
high as
is
those
the
other
one
numbers.
who votes. That way, I literally have no say. It adds a little bit more stakes. It gets chat a little bit more involved, and it allows for like I think a little bit cooler of an experience. Then I saw this Mr. Beast video. I gave my credit card to random people,
The girl.
and I thought, well, I'm doing this Amazon stream, but in reality, what I'm doing is since I'm letting them vote, I'm kind of just giving my credit card to stream. So I saw this thumbnail. I kind of made my own version for my content that was originally based off a video I saw Soda Poppin' make. And so you add both of those together and you get, I gave my credit card to stream. And that's it. And that's it. And that's the total entire idea
going for
of
the
how I
title,
came up
adding, but
with this video.
numbers
And the video did pretty well for me.
don't add up.
557,000 views is well above average. That's a good amount of views for me. It certainly didn't beat the originals, which is why you can't be a carbon copy anyway, because you do cap yourself at a ceiling. So you have to pull from a lot of people. And this is fine to do. Maybe it feels scummy or bad, but I
Someone
promise
put
you
step one, be
that there
rich.
is very little to no originality in streaming or YouTube. Mizkif is swapping his unbanned forms with Maya today. Wow, that's a really good idea, Mizkif. I like it a lot. Let's just go ahead and take a look at a video I made a couple of days ago. Oh, I swapped streams with Cutie Cinderella. Oh, interesting. Oh, it was unbanned forms. Huh, interesting. That's fine. I don't have any claim over it, all right? But at the end of the day, if you are the first to it, you will probably be more successful. If they don't add their own twist, they are capped to what they pulled from. That's just how it works. You have to add your own twist or else you have a ceiling. All right, let's give you another example. Point Crow Wikipedia race. Point Crow totally yoinked this for me as well. Wikipedia race runs are insane. It's a
This man's
direct
acting
one-to-one
like he made
yoink. It doesn't
every
feel like
video.
there's any
I feel like
He's
it'd be
acting like
really cool
he came up with every video.
to come up with like a unique thing that blew up and have other
That
people
would
try
be
to
really
emulate
cool.
that.
That would be.
That
really
would be
cool.
awesome. I'd be like,
anything
wow,
really new
that's-
to it.
that's
But he's
it.
capped
That's us.
because my video got 1.6 mil. He's half of that. He probably will not beat the number of views I got. He needs to add a twist unless he wants to be stuck at that ceiling. You got to add your twist. You laugh, you lose. I've done a lot of you laugh, you loses. That's not new. I have a ceiling of other people have done You Laugh, You Loses.
You laugh,
You laugh, but the
You
video
laugh,
ends.
you lose.
There's the twist. That video
That's
has
the
over 1
twist.
million
That's
views.
the yoink.
I was the first person I know of to do that. Now it's been yoinked several times, and actually I stopped doing it, and it's been yoinked so much that it's not even considered my idea anymore. But regardless,
Maybe it wasn't
the
to
point
begin
is
with.
you need to yoink, but you need to twist. This is why we brought up the 3 to 5 creators. Who did you write down? Look right now who you
All right.
wrote down. Who are the
Ludwig,
3 to 5 that you want to
Smollett, Mr.
emulate?
Beast.
Those are the people, first and foremost, that you're going to want to look from. You want to see
We're yoinking
what
and
they've
twisting on this
done
video
that
right now.
maybe you
Exactly.
could yoink. Could you yoink and twist this? Is that
Yeah,
possible
I
to
just
do?
did. Yeah, can I
Who'd
yoink
you write
and twist
down?
this? I can.
Think about it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
we're
You don't have to come up
reacting
with it all
to
right now.
Talking about it.
But it's a
Easy.
good base to start.
Easy.
Easy clap.
Because at the end of the day, very simply, this is how streaming and more importantly, YouTube work. You do things, throw shit at a wall. One day, shit hits, sticks, stays. And you have to keep
So
doing
gross.
that thing. You have to keep pumping out that shit while also having R&D for new shit
way
to
he
be
says
thrown
stuff.
and eventually
Yeah.
stick
It's
as well.
like-
And you can think of every creator you like. They've all gone through this same formula. Do you like Dream? Okay, Minecraft Manhunt. He one day decided to do it, threw shit at a wall, it stuck. Now he
I like
always does Minecraft Manhunts. He keeps doing that. He also has to throw in new things because maybe Minecraft Manhunt will one day get old. And so you need to make sure that you're doing new things. That way your viewership continues to grow. But the main idea is when you do something that works, you keep doing it. All right? Which brings me to a quote. This is the most important quote and the most helpful quote I have ever come across for streaming or YouTube. I think about it almost every day. At a certain point, growth becomes
I think
more
about it every
about
second of my life.
consistency than creativity. That's from Reckful. Now, I'm not trying to farm Sages, but this genuinely has been one of the most helpful things anyone's
Oh,
ever said.
Sages.
And it is so true. When you do
No farm
something that
Sages.
works, you keep doing it. You don't have to come up with new ideas. That's exhausting. It's tiring. It'll take too much time. It won't be worth the effort. It's not as much of a creative.
I would say flip side to that.
Yes.
At a certain point, you're doing the exact same thing. You're going to get tired and old.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be done with it. Whether or not people are enjoying it does not mean you're enjoying your content.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we were seeing that originally we were getting a lot of people from Fall Guys.
Mm-hmm.
We don't play Fall Guys every day
Yeah.
because we don't want to.
Mhm.
You know?
We're
whether
kind
or
of
not
tired.
right, whether or
It's a
not
lot
that
of
gives
just the
us
same
the
thing.
most views
Yeah. I'd rather.
doesn't necessarily mean that's what you should do.
Yeah. I'd rather work towards something else that gets even more views, so that I could
Right.
do it. I'd rather leave something because I'm not happy with it than stay with something so that I could get more people.
Right, because then I think it becomes more about the dollar. It's
Yeah.
not more like right now, we stream. We're not streaming for, I mean, you know, it's great to make a little bit of money. It's
Mhm.
great that we're almost to our first payout right now.
Yeah, but
But
we're
that's
not.
not why we're streaming.
We're definitely not making enough money
We're
to
not
really do
here
anything
for the
with
money, you know? And maybe that'll change. Maybe we'll get really big and we'll become money hungry. If we
Mhm.
do that, please tell me, because I don't want to be money hungry.
it. Well, if we get the money.
But, like, I would say consistency is great in the fact that you should be streaming as often as you can.
Mhm.
Whether or not that's, like, this is almost 2 hours right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just do an hour. Sometimes, you know.
We do, like, 3.
This one's a longer one for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still doing it.
Yeah.
And I can tell right now that our viewer count is going up. We've been at almost 4 viewers this entire stream.
Yeah, which is
great.
a little
for
more
us.
than our, like, currently our average. It's technically
Mm-hmm.
right par, but really what our average has been fluctuating and what really our average should be, it's actually higher
Right.
than it would
Which
actually
means
be.
our average after this video is going to probably stay about the same
Mm-hmm.
or get a little bit bigger.
Or at least more like solidified.
Right. It's gonna
You get more data for your average, and then the
Mhm.
average gets stronger where it's at.
right. And so I understand that, but at the same time, if you're not enjoying your content,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do that.
If you don't
every
enjoy
day.
what you do,
we don't, you know.
yeah,
Like I said, we don't stream the same game because then at the same time you're put in that box.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I
Like
don't know.
Ninja kind of got stuck in a box of just Fortnite, and then when he switched, I feel like he didn't get as many people as he normally did with Fortnite.
Mm-hmm. And so I don't want to be put in that box
Mm-hmm.
because I think that makes it harder because then if you change, then you have everyone saying, "Oh, I miss the old you." But
Yeah.
if you're variety the whole time,
You kind of have to restart the whole thing. But if
Right.
people are expecting you to change, it's like
It's not an issue.
yeah, it's like playing shuffle on a playlist
Hmm.
as opposed to just top to bottom every single time.
Right. You still do your old stuff once in a while,
Mm-hmm.
and you still do what makes you
But you
big
expect change,
or what's
and
easy
change
for
is
you
good.
sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
like we've never reacted to anything on here before.
Yeah,
This is a
we haven't,
change
right?
for- no,
Yeah.
we haven't reacted to anything on here because we were trying to figure out how to get this to work,
Mm-hmm.
and it was being very laggy, and we figured it out. But
Yeah.
but we've never done this before, and I saw someone. We were trying to figure out how to get this to work, and I wanted to see if reacting was a big thing on Twitch,
Mhm.
you know, at that moment. And I looked up this guy, and he was live, and he was reacting to YouTube videos. And I went into his channel. All of his videos are react. Every single one of them is reacting to YouTube videos, reacting to YouTube videos, reacting to YouTube videos. And if his audience enjoys that, that's great. He did have a decent amount of followers. He
Mhm.
really did. He was doing well. But at the same time, he's not going to be able to get out of that box.
Yeah.
He can if he, you know.
I mean, if
he's
that's
gonna
really
have to
what
do
he
it
wants to
slowly,
do.
too.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be
It's
like,
gonna be like
once a week
Once
or something.
a week. And then and if you're at the point when you start doing that, you're already burnt out.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah. You
Like
would
if you're if you stream all the same game for months,
Mm-hmm.
and then by the time you decide you want to change, you're burnt out. But you can't change because then people aren't going to watch, and it becomes do I care more about the viewers or do I care more about what I'm doing? And so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think I agree to some extent, but I also think you need to worry about yourself and how you're doing.
Yeah, because
Personally.
people can tell when you're just not enjoying it,
Mhm.
and it's not enjoyable for them if you're not
It's not
enjoying
enjoyable
it.
for you, it's not enjoyable for them. Your content is going to go down. It's not great. Like, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy playing different games
Yeah.
all the time. Anyway, are you ready?
Good
Anything
insight.
else?
Yes, I'm ready.
Thank you. Hope that makes it to your editing in the YouTube
Might
video.
not. Not the end of the world.
Endeavor as poetry.
Just
Yeah,
get
you do
over it,
express some
like
Dad
creativity,
said. You
but
just have
if
to
you
get
want to
over
make
it.
it
Quit.
big,
Quit.
it is not
Just
just
quit.
about that. Summoning Salt. All of his videos, he one day decided to do a history of speedruns, popped off. Now that's all he does. Maybe one day he was
I
like,
don't-
oh, I'm going to make many different YouTube
Mhm.
videos. No, that's not what he does anymore. He does what works. And sometimes it can be a little scary because you might pigeonhole yourself
Mhm.
into only the one thing that's worked. So you do need to have a balance. You
Right.
need to make sure that even though you're doing the same old things, you're also doing new things. I think sometimes I actually don't do enough recycling content, as much of a meme as it is. I don't think I've done enough You Laugh, You Loses. I don't think I played enough Among Us at the start, to be totally honest
Yeah,
with
he
you.
really
I
didn't.
think
He
that
could've
I
popped
didn't
off
do it
even more.
enough. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to do new things.
'Cause
And
I
I could have
remember-
grown a little bit more.
I always wanted to watch more of his Among Us videos, but instead I had to watch Toast Among Us videos that didn't always have him in it.
Mhm.
Because I really I enjoy it most when he plays it, but when Among Us was very popular, he didn't like
And maybe
do every video.
maybe that's a
as
fear
much.
for him that he's gonna get stuck
Mhm.
in this box of
Yeah.
Among Us, and maybe he didn't want to do that
Mhm.
because I mean he was at that point of he was almost at like
He was
a million
yeah,
when he started
he was
when he
maybe
was there.
200K less than a million.
Right, and so I think maybe he didn't want that to be what he was when he
Mhm.
hit a million.
Yeah.
I don't know Ludwig, but
Yeah.
I don't know him. I'm just making an assumption, and I'm not,
Mhm.
whether that's true or not. I will probably never know
Yeah.
unless he reacts.
Exactly.
Had I decided to either stick with Among Us early on or stick with You Laugh, You Loses, instead I was like, no, I'm going to do new endeavors. And that probably made me grow a little slower. So I have to think about that. I have to think about that all the time. You got to think about that as well. And every creator you look through the YouTube channel, they've probably done something that you really like a lot of times in the past, and they'll do it a lot of times again in the future. Because viewers only like what they know. How is a viewer supposed to like something you haven't done yet? If anything, they're apprehensive to it. They'll probably want you to do the thing that they liked because they know that they like that, rather than you bringing new thing to them and then being like, well, I don't know if I like this thing and I like this thing, so let's just make sure we do this thing. AKA my chat spamming for me to play Monkey Ball. That is the same scenario. Maybe I can play Monkey Ball. Maybe I can cop another 500K on YouTube. That is consistency over creativity. And there are lines where you have to draw in the sand where you're like, I don't want to keep doing this. I'm tired of this. And that's fine, but just keep this quote in
My
mind.
insight.
And that brings us to
Yeah.
our final slide. If you want to make it big on Twitch,
Yes.
You want to be a bigger streamer than me?
Twice as picture
You're
bigger
just
than
starting
us
out.
on the box.
You simply have to be better. You have to be a better streamer than I am.
I know.
You
Very
cannot
insightful.
even
Very
be
insightful.
as good as me. That will not be enough. Unfortunately, the rich get richer. The big channels get more viewers. I'm at the top of all categories I stream on. My YouTube
guy.
videos get recommended more than
Oh
you.
my
So
goodness,
whatever
so
you're
promo.
doing, it cannot just be what I'm doing. You need to do it better than me if you hope to get bigger than me. That's the plain, simple truth. And it's not easy advice, and it's very hard to do, and it'll take years, but it is the actual fact of the matter. There's no growth mechanism for small streamers that will let you leapfrog me in views. So you got to do it the good old-fashioned way by just simply being
We'll
a
watch
better
this video.
streamer.
Yeah, we'll
Use
see
all
how
these
it
tips,
goes.
you'll get close.
We're gonna upload
You won't
this.
get
Blow up
past me
tomorrow
because
morning.
you'll be
See.
operating on the knowledge that I have. So you'll need to pull knowledge from other places. I'm not the end-all informant on how to get big on Twitch. I'm just a guy who happened to pop off and has some things he learned along the way. There are other resources you can use. If you want the nitty-gritty details, I'm not the guy for it. It's things like, what mic do I use? When do I stream? What camera do I use? Do I use a camera? Well, just go to Alpha Gaming on YouTube. That's the one place I've seen. I've read it. I've read it as a small streamer. I've read it as a big streamer. I've watched it. Harris Heller,
Which, you know, he said, I don't know what mic and what camera to use, which in the end, that isn't what matters.
Yeah.
I mean, I love our microphone. I love our light.
Mm-hmm.
I love our setup here.
All right, thank you.
And I think
Camera
it's
obviously
amazing.
means nothing to you. That's cool. That's cool.
The camera? Well, you already.
No,
I
no,
said we
that's
don't have a
continue,
special
continue.
camera,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
No,
on
I
our
get it. I
monitor.
get it. I get it. Cool.
I mean, we don't have, like, we didn't buy a special camera to stream from.
It's
You
all
know what
right.
I'm
Continue.
saying?
No, it's all right. Keep going.
I'm just saying.
I get
That's great. And you can have all the equipment, which I love our equipment. I'm not saying anything wrong. But at the same time, if your content isn't there, it doesn't matter.
it. Mm-hmm.
You can show your face. If your content isn't enjoyable, you're not talking, you're not engaging with your chat, you're not talking during your thing, you're just playing a game, and you're not actively trying to get people in, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have the best equipment. It really doesn't. And so I love our stuff. I'm glad we have it, and I think it makes our stream much better
Mm-hmm.
in terms of the quality.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
Like our
I think it's very nice.
video looks a lot better since we got that light.
But you don't need it.
But I don't need that. There are
Yeah.
tons of people who don't stream with a face cam and they're still get a bunch of people.
I know, crazy.
You don't
I
need
always
that.
thought that was insane.
I think for us,
didn't think you ever
we need a
could've.
face cam more because there's two of us.
Yeah, you can't really just talk at the same time and be like, oh yeah, that's
Right.
obviously that person. It's
Because you
obviously
can
that
do
person.
that. Like I've listened to podcasts with multiple people.
It
and they
throws me
all-
off.
It throws me off too. And it's easier because we're the only two. But like if it's like two girls and they sound very similar,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one's talking sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like I like the face cam. Some people don't care about it, but at the same time, your content and needs to be better
Mm-hmm.
either way.
Yeah.
knows his shit. He literally does. If you ever want to know the specifics
We watch
of
so many
weird
Alpha
streaming
Gaming
stuff,
videos now.
that's your guy.
We do.
I'm not the best guy for that. No
They're
big
pretty
streamer
cool.
is
Mhm.
because it's pretty basic info and probably
You do
the
more.
most
Yeah, I
But
given
show me some.
advice
A lot,
for
yeah.
Show
people.
me pieces of
And
it.
I think in part also the least valuable. It's important, don't get me wrong, your stream setup, but it's
Right.
not like what defines you.
I keep
For
saying the
every
same
nice
stuff
stream
because
setup, there's an
I'm
example of
on
someone
it.
with
We
no
already
mic
watched this
using a
video
Blue
before.
Yeti.
I
What if you're just
don't
saying this because
remember
you
this though.
But what if it's like subconscious and you're
no,
like,
I'm
oh
telling
yeah,
you, I seriously do not remember.
yeah,
I don't remember anything. You really think I just subconsciously remember
maybe.
what this video
maybe.
is like?
I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, but maybe
He just said I'm not a psychologist.
I'm not. Let me
Then why are you acting like one? Why are you giving out advice?
let me Sigmund Freud you right now. Her name's a kid Sigmund. All right, you ready?
Or
Names
worse,
their kid Ludwig.
Technoblade. Use the fucking Blue Yeti. You know
That's messed
Technoblade
up.
had one monitor until last month?
That's
So,
messed up.
yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't super matter, but it is somewhat important in Alpha Gaming. That's your guy.
I'm gonna leave that part.
And that's it. That's all I
Go
got
ahead.
for you. That
I
is
already did
all
my
the tips
disclaimer
I
about
have.
enjoying
That's
Ludwig.
my
I love
entire
Ludwig, but
spiel. So let's do this one more time. Let's
One
do
more
a poll.
time.
How many of you want to be streamers? Knowing everything you
Me.
do now, do you
No
still
shot.
No
want to
shot.
do it? Knowing that 6.9 million people will be at it, and your chance of making
No.
it is
We need to
about
figure out how to do that
0.66%.
poll. I really like how he has
All
that
right,
poll way
well-
better than the Twitch poll.
I think they
Seems like you
Twitch
guys
poll
have
is
stuck
kind
to your
of
guns a little bit. Maybe
hard, I
lost a
think, to
few
interact
percent of
with,
you.
but
But
I
if you
find
want
on
to do
phone
it,
at least.
Yeah.
the other last final words I have for you Just
I
start.
love this closing music
If
too.
you don't start, you'll never get there. So you gotta start. Hopefully you wrote down that start date. Get to it. The moment that day hits, do not stall. Good luck.
Good luck. And there you go. There it is,
Also,
everybody.
How did Ludwig choose to have that photo as his like?
This one?
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know. How did I
what-
choose mine?
No, like what? I just want to know. Okay, if Ludwig watches this, I want to know what persuaded him to.
Yeah. What is it? What was the what was the
like?
question?
Well, I'm just saying. There's some good pictures of him. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
that Ludwig. That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
that's funny.
That's funny. But like how I don't know how you chose. You liked Ludwig's and you wanted to find something funny that people would like also.
Yeah, I thought
Be
it was
honest.
funny. If I could
He
zoom
said,
in,
"I don't know how I did it."
if I can zoom in as much as his, I would do that too.
See,
I just couldn't find one where I was
You didn't want
laughing
me
as
in
hard
it.
as I normally do. No, I don't want you in
You
it.
do it like
this
this,
is my
maybe.
stream. I put in the hours, the hard work. You know how like some like
That's
YouTubers
true.
will do like
but everyone's here for me.
yeah.
Right?
I
anyone
hope so.
watching right now?
I like it's funny seeing like a YouTube video, and then they're always okay, and thumbnail, and then they like pause for a second so they can take a
I
picture.
love it when they do that because I love it when people are like eating food and they're like I find that so funny. Ah.
Thumbnail.
And then they just put it down like they don't even actually take the bite, they just have it there.
Yeah.
Like that's so funny.
Well, yeah. So that was a stream.
I have another comment.
You have another comment?
We didn't get to see it in this one because when we watched it, we didn't watch it on YouTube. We watched it as through the VOD.
Yeah, the whole.
But Ludwig
3 hour
has this
video.
water bottle. It's this plastic.
What? Which water bottle is it?
It's a blue plastic water bottle, and the whole time I was watching this, I was like, this guy's talking about how much money he makes, and he has this water bottle. No, listen, that totally works. It totally works. But the whole time I could not get over that water bottle. Like it made me want to buy Ludwig a new water bottle. You know. I don't know.
Where is it? I've seen it before. I know, like some of my friends have had it.
I don't know. It's just one of those like plastic like water bottles. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just
It
seeing it
has a
wrong.
brand,
But
but I can't remember which one.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. But
This does matter. I want to find it. Show off to stream.
it's like it's so funny. The whole time I was thinking, he was like, "Wow, this guy." Not like I have a much better one, but I don't like the plastic ones because they like water, they condensate and gets on your stuff. Ugh.
Oh, it's this one. The
No, it's
Contigo.
not a Contigo.
It's not?
No,
Are you sure?
no. Here, look. We can probably find it here.
On
let me
his
see.
VOD?
No.
Oh.
Hold on.
Are you sure it wasn't Contigo?
Where is it? Oh,
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to see. I saw it at some point in the video.
Oh, did you actually?
Just like slightly.
Well, here,
It
let's
was like
switch to that one so we can hunt with them. They can hunt with us. This is a 50-minute
I
video.
saw
Where
it
did
towards
you see
the end
it?
though. It was right before he said like. I thought it was right here before he gave like the final thing.
I don't see it.
Maybe not. Anyway. Point
I'm
is,
telling you, it's Contigo.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Okay, so yeah, but basically he had a water bottle that looked like this.
I just was thinking the whole time.
And we thought it was kind of funny because like,
I don't think it was a Contigo because it didn't have a
but
straw.
it looked like that. Are you sure it didn't have a straw? Oh no, he had to
No,
pick it
he
up
had to
to
pick it
drink
up.
it.
It
It was
was not a
but it was
Contigo.
something like this. It looked very similar. And we thought it was very funny because he has like 1 million freaking subscribers and he definitely makes thousands and thousands of dollars a year.
I just want to know if he bought that water bottle. Like, did he decide that, or was it given to him
Yeah.
somewhere? Like, I understand if it's given to you, but like, did he physically decide to
Yeah,
buy that
'cause
water
if I was
bottle?
making that much, I would have like 1 million Yeti cups. One for each day of the month.
I'm just saying, there's some better options out there, Ludwig. My
But-
only thing.
Yeah, so pretty funny. I enjoy that.
Girl raps faster than logic. Nice. Skier survives fall off 150-foot cliff. I'm reading stuff off of YouTube right now.
Wow. I'm just trying to find our closing song.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
It's taking a while. Taking a quick minute. Do you see anybody that's live right now we can
You can read.
raid? We can throw our
Um,
viewers at?
Base Note is live.
Base Note is live. Snap.
Sky is live. But
Sky is
Sky
live?
has a lot of people right now.
Oh, does she?
Base Note.
Oh, she
doesn't
does have a
very
lot of
many.
people. Yeah, let's
So
raid Base Note. He must have just started then if he doesn't have that many.
let's raid Ludwig so he can, since he doesn't like
Well,
raids.
what if we raid Sky and then like, oh snap, 16 people. If you're not already following, you should follow Monaco.
It's totally up to you. Whoever you want to raid.
Sorry, Base Note, we raided you the other day. But here it is. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
watching,
tuning in.
for being here, for participating.
We hope you watch more.
Let me turn
If
this
anyone's
on.
watching this on YouTube when we edit it,
Yeah, thank you so much.
hit that like.
We really
right?
appreciate it. Because, I mean, we're starting out. We're starting out small, but we're starting out strong, and we're going to get there. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day, but we will become the next Ludwig. Because you know what? That top 100 streamers, all those people up there, they're making millions of dollars. And
One.
although we don't want to be in here to make the money,
It's a nice perk. I'm just saying.
it is a very nice perk.
It would be nice if we could make a little bit during college.
So if you're watching this on Twitch, please drop a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube,
Subscribe.
subscribe. You will not regret it. New video
Come to Twitch.
coming
find
soon.
us.
Yeah, if you want to check us out on Twitch, that'd be even better. We love talking to people, and we don't get many people to talk to, so you'll be like number one in our attention. But until then, see you later. Goodbye. And let me take like 5 million moments to raid Skyapoi, since I should have been doing that while I was talking.
You should have.
I know, but I feel like today's stream was pretty good. Like, just for reacting to something, it's pretty good. But thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.